YouTube video I hate the way when people do that like fucking fake awkward like, well, this is like when people do that like, shit, I can hear myself. Fake awkward like, well, this is like, hold on.
I knew you were gonna do that.
That happens every single time. I'm gonna have to mute my phone as well because I gotta use. There's no way for me to both look at the comments section and also see what's going on. Is there? Can I just look at the chat?
You can just turn it down.
Yeah, but can I just like look at? No, I can only collapse it. I can't make it bigger, which I feel like. What is this? Someone wrote Gangsta Fibs wrote "I love you" to me, which I
who?
Someone named Gangsta Fibs, but oh fuck, it's doing it again. Listen, let's start the show. I don't
even know what's going on with you.
I don't like know what YouTube voices. A lot of things just happened at the same time. I was ill prepared for them. But I'm saying
all over the place.
I don't like the narration that I'm hearing often. It makes me I've never watched a left-wing YouTube video because it will make you go, don't do it. It won't be good for you. But
only watch right-wing YouTube.
Yeah, they're bad at it too. My God, it's because they just so.
What's the aesthetic of YouTube? I feel like we talked about this. It's always like wow, salvo, and like crazy cartoon face, and like it's like I like this. Just be normal. Why are you acting so crazy?
I can't be as graphic as I'd like on YouTube either. Like, there's no reason if I make it so your Google account makes sure you're 18. There's no reason that I can't talk about current events completely in the nude. The Free the Nipple movement failed miserably.
You know, I have a really, have I showed you, have you seen the, like, I have a French, like, from the 70s when there were a lot of feminist protests about, like, basically free the nipple, but in French in the 70s, and they made T-shirts, and I have one of them.
What is it?
I can't find it, but I thought it was very charming that they made T-shirts.
Yeah. Mademoiselle Nipple. The nipple has no interest to me. As an adult, I'm not. There's no milk in it for me. It's not something I want.
You want to keep that locked up?
Yeah. Honestly, it literally should be illegal to have them.
Yeah, like forced removal.
I prefer to think of it as advanced, not castration.
What's the word for that?
It's an advanced bris. Bris 2.
I see.
I can't read. What's Dessains?
La libération des seins.
What's Dessin? Oh. Yeah, French ladies, go ahead. Liberate the Dessin.
They would make a T-shirt, because why would you wear the T-shirt if you're trying to,
Well, post-liberation, one assumes the regime would be of a different nature, where that would, in fact, be possibly mandatory. What do you think? What are we thinking of the French, Liz? What's your take on it?
I love the French. You know that.
Yeah, not surprised.
I'm a Francophile.
A what?
I love the I love the French because they're just who they are. You're never gonna change them, and you know what? You shouldn't want to.
I'll take that. Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever been, Mr. Young Chomsky?
I have been a little bit. I've spent some time. I did spent a semester in London, and I took the Channel to Paris, which is pretty fun. You know, like you're in the middle of London, and then you're on a train, and you just pop up, and everybody's talking a different language, and then you're just like, je voudrais le baguette, s'il vous plaît, and then people are like, ouais. That's pretty much how it goes.
I'll be honest with you guys. I really dislike the word channel. In fact,
that's what they call it, though.
Of the words out there, that's like bottom 3 for me.
Yeah, but it's the law that you have to say it, or they won't let you on.
Dislike
I
that.
like Channel. It's funny.
You like Channel? Channel is something that like someone I would buy meth would be named. Like you go to Channel's house to get some ice. Yeah, let's get some Channels going in the chat.
I've never been to France, Brace, huh?
I went when I was 7. My dad took me after my mom died to like distract me. But my dad majored in French in college. He went to University of North Carolina, and for some reason majored in French. And then moved to France for 6 months. Worked at I think a newspaper. Hated it, and then moved to San Francisco. So I don't really get it. But yeah, we went very like briefly. I think my uncle was British, and so we used to visit my aunt and uncle in England, and then we took the Channel. Presumably took the Channel over there. I don't really know how else to get over there.
Yeah, it would have been up and running back then.
Yeah, what 2004, 2005 when I was 7.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start doing that now. Pretend that I'm younger than I am. No,
make people do math.
I'm 43. That's never been.
And you'll look great.
Thank you. It's the fine layer of mucus that my body emits. How's everybody? How's everyone in TrueAnon land doing?
Like me?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat, but I was talking to you guys.
I'm okay. I spent like a ton of time out in the sun today, which was real nice. Soaking in the rays, getting my vitamin D on. Felt great. It's like hot out. It's like hot and sunny out.
What'd you do?
Me? I have been not going outside, which is a bummer, but I've been doing my inside tasks. Had a lot to catch up on, but I'm really trying to train myself back to doing, I call it NPAs, non-posting activities. So I'm really trying. I'm trying to, it is really about endurance, and it's like it's like lifting weights. You do progressive overload. So it's just like slightly longer periods of non-posting activities. And I did a great job today. Like, so straight away, it's hard because I'm so good at bargaining with myself, because I'm like, all right, I wake up, my body gets up really early just because that's how it is. And then I'm like, oh, it's a weekend, I don't have to do anything. So then I just fucking lie in bed and post for several hours. So that's the first pitfall. I know I did a pretty good job of that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Again, same bargain. I'm like, oh, I don't really have to do anything. Edible. First task. But that was okay. I know. But so I did that.
This is
and
progressive?
Then I'm like, okay. Sorry?
This is an improvement.
Well, I'm not saying I'm perfect yet, but this is how it started. And then it's like, okay, but in my head, I'm like, now that's done. So now I can do the things I have to do. But the problem is, like, they sometimes snowball. And then I'm like, okay, but right after I like take a nap, then I'll do all this shit. And then it's like always gets to the point where it's like, oh, now it's dark out. Or like, oh, now I got a Twitch stream. But the key for me is like, if I clean up my apartment, that makes it a lot easier. Of course, it's hard to clean up my apartment, but if I put on some good music that like inspires me. So I put on Phoenix this morning, and that really got me going. And then some Chrome Sparks. And then I was like, and then just like tuck my phone in a drawer. And I was telling you before this that I like went ham on the cleaning. I mean, not quite done, but I had several objects that I've been looking for in my apartment, which is insane because it's like not that big in here.
Your apartment's about 40 feet by 40. Wait, that sounds big. Your apartment's about 40 feet.
It's
total.
Whatever. It's like 3 cubits. It's small, but I have three like quest items that I've been looking for in here, and I found one of them, which is this ring, and I'm glad.
You know how I feel about pinky rings. You know I think they're a symbol. Ring.
I found it. 2 other things that I still have not found that I'm really upset about that I got to keep looking for, but I cleaned up pretty fucking good. I was taking my to the point where I was magic erasering the walls, which I have been thinking about doing for the past 2 years.
I love a magic eraser.
Yeah.
I will say you do have those weird stains on your walls.
No, not anymore. You're gonna be so impressed the next time you come here.
I was making a joke, but
8 months.
Oh.
yes, yeah. In the new year. I'm guessing no, my new thing is I think they're gonna lift quarantine in May a little bit and then lift it more in June. And then we're probably gonna have to go back in the hole in like September. Yeah.
September, yeah. I think that also I do think that we'll see like what Germany just did, which is that they opened up and then they saw the case rate rising and then they went closed back down. And so it's going to be like kind of like open, close, open, close.
Wow. So this is why when women lead countries, they start getting close to something. They start getting to know something a little bit more. And then, bam, close down. You can't get through. Can't get through to them.
You think you're so clever.
Yes. I think that's going to happen too. Which means, like, maybe we should just do a bunch of shows in the summer. I don't think...
I was like, dang, if we want to get any traveling done, aka shows, we got like 3 months to do it.
But the thing is, like, will they still have like it's
I don't know. I don't know
whether they'll let like 500 people gather. It's also unclear
if that'll be open. Like it'll be like but this is what I'm always like. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna open up a city. First of all, what does that even fucking mean? Does anyone know what that means?
Opens up clothing stores. That's the only way I understand. Exactly. Yeah, you'll be excited. But
a lot of them have closed, by the way.
Yeah, yes. But they'll open up clothing stores and maybe open up restaurants. But I think the restaurants will still have, like, you can't sit next to another table of diners, if that makes any sense.
That sounds sick.
Well,
like,
good.
No, it sounds awful.
Or like
restaurants
movie
are
theaters.
too noisy.
So I think it'll be close to like when Italy was doing their half-ass quarantine at the beginning,
where
they were like, we can let like 14 Italians in. I know the French like Jerry Lewis. I assume the Italians like another bad American comedian.
So what was that accent?
We can let 14 Italians in.
That's better.
Vespucci. That's the most Italian word I can think of. Vespucci. Vespucci. Vespucci.
Stop getting so close as you're looking to the camera.
It's sounding really like sexual when you
Vespucci. Vespucci.
Imagine.
That's your ASMR.
My ASMR is just me saying Italian stuff.
No, just say the names of different like explorers, different
Magellan. Well, who else is there? Who else explored?
Cristobal Colon.
Columbus. Christopher Columbus. Yeah. But the Vespucci has got the smacking sounds.
Don't do the smacking. That's...
Vespucci. Vespucci.
Vespucci! She have a very nice Vespucci.
Okay.
Yes, I live with my mother. We live in one house. My grandmother lives here too. Yes, I understand. I understand my political party is called League of the North, and I do live in the southernmost tip of Italy. This to me is not contradiction. My name Vespucci. So I think that they'll open up movie theaters halfway, and we'll be able to see. My original point was, I'm sure Italians love like they probably all love Gilbert Gottfried.
Or like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes. Both of those people are funny.
Yeah. No comedians are funny. That's my thing. Comedy is bad. I can't remember who. I think I was talking to Matt about this. Comedy is bad. I do not like comedy movies. When was the last time either of you guys watched a comedy?
That's not true. Now you're just saying things. That's not true. We were just talking about Austin Powers.
Austin Powers is different.
Movie.
Austin Powers is different.
That was years ago.
It's a cultural event.
No.
Well, what are you gonna go watch?
You don't like stand-up. That's different. That's
I do
okay.
not like stand-up.
No, because you like magic.
Yeah, which is the real comedy. Comedians should stop doing comedy and should start doing magic. 100%. If there were magic podcasts instead of comedy podcasts, this would be probably the greatest world in the multiverse. Instead, it's bottom tier. I want to go to Chile.
Yeah, me too.
I want to go to that. There's that Nazi town there. Colombia.
In my mind, it's just like, well, no, I'm thinking of Argentina actually.
Yeah, I
but
would
in
go to
my mind,
Argentina.
it's just like always nighttime, and there's always string lights everywhere, and you're always on like a brick or cobblestone road, and then you just eat steak and drink chilled red wine and dance 24 hours.
And you pass a mysterious old man, and he gives you a knife that has like magical properties. And there's like a mirror that you look into, and you can see all points in the universe at once.
I want to take a $200 taxi ride to Colonia Dignidad, get knocked out, and then be thrown out of an airplane at like 5,000 feet over the ocean.
That you could, yeah, that sounds achievable.
I think they'll do that to me. They changed the name of the village a little bit. I also want to go to. Someone said Portugal. I do want to go to Portugal at some point.
You always riff on the Portuguese, and then you're like, Portugal sounds kind of cool.
Well, it's just funny. They're Little Britain.
And like anywhere.
They're like British people.
Everyone I've talked to really likes Portugal.
Yeah, I mean, what country do people hate?
The United States.
Should we get into that?
Fair enough. I don't think we should start talking about maybe countries we dislike. Although I will say, I was not a great fan of a certain Western European country in my 24 hours there. But I was stuck. I don't want to talk about it. It wasn't great. I have very little experience with the European continent or its peoples. And so some of their customs confuse me. That's all I'll say about that. Yeah, it sucks. I had an $8,000 2-week vacation spa package booked for Portugal that I had to cancel.
No, you didn't. You know, my friend was in Portugal and she got robbed.
By who?
Don't know. They broke into her Airbnb.
Whoa.
Like, second floor up, and just right up the escape. Took everything. She had her, like, credit cards in, like, a card wallet next to her bed in her purse and with her passport. Everything else was gone.
Oof.
What a nightmare.
Yeah, God. My friend Kelly played a show in Spain, and a family came up to him and did the literal trick of putting a baby in his arms. And they had just gotten paid from the show, and they took $600 from him, which is like, they really lucked out, because like, who cares that much cash? And Kelly realized what was going on, because it's a famous trick, and he just put the baby on the ground, because the guy had stolen. The trick is that you won't drop the baby, right? So like,
right.
They hand you the baby. He didn't want to drop. He didn't want to throw the baby, but he just placed the baby on the ground and started running after this guy. He catches the guy and tears the guy's pants off looking for the money. But the guy had already handed it to somebody else. They find the other guy and get like $300 back. But
one time my friend Drew got mugged on 19th and Mission or 19th and Cap. He had just walked to the ATM and was walking back or something. And this guy comes up to him with a gun, takes everything, his wallet, it just had a bunch of cash in it, his keys, everything, just everything he had on him, his phone.
His keys?
And yeah, dude. They were just like, give us everything in your pocket, empty your pockets, right? And Drew's like, fuck. And he's walking back and he's just like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I have no phone. How do I get my apartment? Blah, 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 whatever. The guy comes running back and is like, bro, I'm sorry, I'm on drugs. I just need the cash. Here's your ID and keys and your phone back. And Drew was like, and a good night to you, sir.
How much cash was it?
What?
How much cash was it?
It was like $100, I think.
It's worth it. I mean, not worth it, but like, it's like one of those things where you're like,
get the phone back. But this was a long time ago. This was in like this is like 2006 or 7 probably.
I once had a guy try to tear my back. When I lived in the Tenderloin, I would walk home from work. I did two things very strange happened. Once, I just had like a bad feeling that I needed to cross the street. And right when I crossed the street, this woman whipped out a revolver and just started blasting. And she missed like every shot. She hit a couple of people. They were fine. Hit them in the legs. And I was like, fuck. After that, I thought I was psychic for about a year. I'm back to thinking that. But then another guy once...
too.
Yeah. Another guy once followed me up the street, and I was like, this guy's going to try to rob me. Little does he know, I am so poor that he literally can't rob me of anything because I have $0 and $0 in my bank account. I have $20 in a drawer at home. I was about to get paid the next day. And I did have a backpack with a Robert Heinlein book and an empty Tupperware container, and he tried to take the backpack. And I was like, there's fucking nothing in here. There's nothing in here. And I opened it because he was like a crackhead. So he wasn't like, I mean, I was a pillhead. So I was technically stronger than him. I opened up the backpack. I'm like, look, there's fucking nothing. And he's trying to take the Tupperware. But he couldn't. It was like 5 p.m. on Geary Boulevard. 1 million people around. I mean, it was wrong. So
I was just talking to my mom, and she said her friend who lives like not too far from the Tenderloin ventured out to go see how it was going over there. Not a good situation, it sounds like.
Oh, no, everyone's on the street, yeah.
Have you been over there at all?
No. I want to go, but...
I guess like the tent cities are just like completely expanded and everyone's just sleeping on it. Like it's just, yeah.
That makes sense. I saw a picture of... one of those like Turk and Taylor or something, and it's just like it's way more packed than usual. I think because people don't want to be inside. Because do
they have inside to go to?
Yeah, a lot of people live in SROs, but like like you're gonna get more sick in an SRO than you will outside. Someone said my friends in the TL not having a good time right now. Yeah, I can't imagine they are.
I mean, I wouldn't leave my house.
Have you been wearing now we have to wear masks. So for those watching, it's now legally required to wear masks in San Francisco after months of both the federal and local government telling us that actually masks don't help at all. Being gassed.
Why is everyone telling us to ask Matt to come on?
Oh, do you guys want to?
Yeah, dude, you can come on. I just mean, are people making this up? Did he say he wanted to come on?
Yeah, why are people saying that?
Why didn't he just DM one of us?
Why are they saying that?
I don't know. I feel like they're just making it up.
I didn't hear that about the mask law.
Yeah, there's a mask law now.
Oh, I guess he said on his Instagram.
Is he on Instagram? I just messaged him.
All right.
I don't know. Did you message him?
Yeah. I was like, what are you doing? Is he on Instagram right now? Is he on Instagram Live?
I don't watch Instagram Lives.
I've never watched an Instagram Live. I get notifications because I don't know. Here's the trick I've been doing. I turned push notifications off for every single thing on my phone.
Yeah, why would you have push notifications?
Because I usually don't know how to turn them off. I'm not a settings guy.
They make it tricky.
They make it tricky on purpose.
It's called growth hacking.
The fuck is that?
Making it tricky to turn off push notifications and badges and shit so people will click on it and you get more engagement, and the more people use your shit and spend money.
Anyway,
yeah,
I barely even get notifications for Twitter anymore.
Yeah,
just in general notifications.
Yeah, it's bad. I need a cool mask. I have like 2 N95s left because I gave a bunch to you guys, and then I gave a bunch to other people when I was like, oh, I don't know, won't need these, or I have plenty. I've given a lot away, but I have 2 left, but I don't like them. They don't fit me good, and then my glasses get fogged up, and
if your glasses are getting fogged up, then you're not bending it enough.
Yeah, you gotta bend it, motherfucker. I figured out the glasses thing. I'll show you my mask.
Okay. But I just want one. I need one that looks cool. I see people that have them like
Perhaps a Twitter lady friend could sew you one.
Well, my DMs are open if you want to sew me a cool mask. I don't know what would be a cool pattern to have on a mask, but I could sew it.
I just have surgical ones. I don't know.
I need some more. I have some cotton
filters in them, right?
Yeah, and I don't have like filters or elastic. Maybe I could get that. I don't know. I haven't been sewing in a minute. Liz, do you have a sewing machine?
I don't.
Can you hand sew?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish I guess I should have a sewing machine at home. I haven't used one in a really long time, but I know how to do all that stuff.
I have gloves though. People really like it when you touch them with these.
Oh yeah?
Those not the disposable ones?
No. You just spray them with the hands. What you do is you go out and just to a neighbor and then spray the gloves afterwards.
Yeah.
I actually don't know where my mask is. That's not good. I have a mask that's I have the mask that you gave me, and I have I think 1 or 2 more in the basement, but I have like a terrorist style mask that I thought I could finally wear out. And now it appears that dream has gone bye-bye.
Do you still have the Postal Service balaclava that I gave you?
I have a couple balaclavas, but balaclava's too hot for right now.
Yeah. But it doesn't look
anything. I mean, you have to wear a mask under it.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
But if you're trying to rob a bank and pin it on a postal worker, this will be the nail in the coffin of the USPS.
Hold on, I got it.
I know. Not condoning that action. But it was a cool looking. Yeah. So the backstory is I thought this was a beanie, and I actually ordered this for a woman because I thought it would be a cute gift. Somebody that I was seeing for a little while, and then that ended before it arrived. Me and her ended before this thing arrived, and then when it arrived, and then I thought, okay, well, cool.
I ended her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it'll still be a cool.
I saw that and was like, what the fuck? I'm out.
I was like, I thought it was a beanie, and I was like, oh, this will be a cute Postal Service beanie because that's what it looked like on the website. And then it showed up and it like unfurled. It's like, oh, it's not a beanie at all.
It's also like too big for you.
Too big? How are you supposed to wear this? Look how big it is.
Yeah.
This doesn't even function. What is this function? Is it supposed to be tall?
One size fits all, I guess. I don't know, man.
Oh no,
Do you
it doesn't
have a small head?
This is for a cone head.
It looked cool on the website. I don't know. So, yeah.
I don't like it at all. I don't like the shape. I don't like it with the glasses. Just all of this is making me very uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm always hearing that.
This is a really strong look.
Stop.
People really like this.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah, I'm just going solo, naked out there, face naked we call it.
Yeah.
Face nude.
So long, face naked.
If they started calling it face, I'm actually like anti precautions now. Now I'm like I need herd immunity.
Yeah.
Well, if that exists, by the way.
Yeah, I have no. I gotta tell you, the numbers on this thing are very strange. Very strange.
You've been crunching them?
I've been crunching like a motherfucker. I've been trying to make some sense of this world.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knows.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wait,
They don't understand like immunity though, or if it exists, which is a good sign.
well, I have diplomatic immunity. That's what I'm counting on. Brace, I still have your jewel pod that you left here before this. I've been safeguarding it. I don't know if I need to keep doing that.
Is it a pod or is it a stick?
A stick.
Leave the stick. What do you, it's a little guy. Just put it somewhere. Because I'm going to lose both of these at some point.
I know, but like if you recall a few minutes ago when I was saying the problem I have with all of the like small loose objects in my apartment and just the clutter. So I guess I'm just saying it's weighing on me to keep track of that.
So
but I'll put it somewhere.
I must declare publicly, sir, you are a pussy. If that is what I'm saying.
No,
how much garbage I have.
You should appreciate it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm just
taking
saying,
good care of it for
you should start jeweling.
Well, I got this guy here.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that stuff.
I don't do. Yeah. I mean, you know me. I'm straight edge, except for SIGs. SIGs shouldn't count against straight edge anyway. So that was always something I took issue with the straight edge movement for, is that you couldn't blast SIGs.
And are you not? Straight edge technically includes premarital sex, doesn't it?
To quote Ian McKay, I don't drink, I don't fuck, I don't smoke. I think it is. And you know, he's the Christ of the straight edge movement. But
yeah,
the thing is, SIGs don't get you high. Plus, every straight edge dude I know just fucked. And so I'm like,
I feel like no one's straight edge anymore.
There's still
like
straight edge guys.
Now.
It's way less now. Well, the thing is, straight edge to me, I think sometime in like 2005, straight edge just turned into meaning that you collect sneakers. So it's like a lot of straight edge guys became. I knew a lot of straight edge guys. I still know a couple of guys that are like straight edge.
I knew a lot in high school.
Yeah, in high school. I mean, I was like straight edge in high school. I mean, I wasn't, but like by default.
Yeah. I was getting fucked up, but I hung out with a lot of straight edge guys because we all just hung out and played in band. My drummer was straight edge in my band. He's still straight edge, but he didn't drink caffeine back then, and he wouldn't put X's on his hands. But we were like, it will look cooler if you have giant X's on your hands when you play drums for us. And so, he's still an edgeman, but he drinks caffeine now. And he also, like, the don't fuck thing, that's just, like, one of the commandments. They're just like, that one, what does he really mean by that, If I have sex with someone, is it fucking? No. And so it makes it okay. So that's what I'm saying. You should be able to smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight edge. Okay, good. Let's decide that. I thought I was going to get more pushback on that.
I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't either. Here's my thing. If you want to smoke and call yourself straight edge, go right ahead.
Yeah.
You have my permission.
I didn't know it was like a no cigarette thing.
Yeah, they really don't like. Well, people don't really like it when you smoke around them to begin with, but they really don't like it. I had a guy take a cigarette out of my mouth once.
Really?
Yeah.
That's rude.
Alpha move. A completely alpha move. I was that owned me for like 6 months. Granted, he was like 20 and I was like 15, but still, that's pretty good moves. I shouldn't have been smoking. He was correct.
That's a very sunned. Like you got sunned.
I did get sunned. I got sunned. Lars Fredriksson from Rancid also. Once my friend called him a rude word. He was like having a photo shoot in Clarion Alley, and my friend, who will remain nameless, but both of you guys know, called him a problematic word, and he sent his because he's having a photo shoot's corny. and he sent one of his goons over, and the guy broke his skateboard, my friend's skateboard, over his knee.
No.
Another alpha move. I gotta give respect for that.
It's like cartoonish.
You can't. It's one of those moves where you're like,
boom, and it was like gonna be like comic book sounds that come out of it.
Exactly. Like, cause like, what can you do? What are you gonna fight the guy? He just broke your skateboard over you. You already lost. It's like a sneak attack. An extremely sick move. Yeah.
Oh man.
What?
What did you do today, Brace?
Studied. Can you show if it? There's a swastika on this book cover, and I bet you can't show that on stream. You can't, like, I don't think you can on YouTube. But I'm reading Unholy Alliance, which is the second book this year that I've read that's called Unholy Alliance, but they're about different things. By Peter Levenda. You know, I'm all. God has given me signs, but I just worked on the pod shit, like studied what we're talking about tomorrow. I didn't put any in the document, but I will later. And then I went to the beach.
How was the beach?
Bellissimo. It was fantastic. Bellissimo. I went to China Beach and there was no one there, and except for one guy. Holy shit! This guy was on something that looked like not a surfboard, but like a wakeboard or what, like a little board, boogie board, not boogie board, but like big enough to stand on, but not a surfboard. And
a wakeboard?
He was floating 3 feet off of the water, like a foot maybe off of the water, and there was some like black stick going into the water that was propelling him forward. It looked like an electric skateboard or something.
Someone said skimboard.
No, it was not a skimboard. He was full on in the actual Pacific Ocean of the world. Like, literally, like, far fucking out there. Like, way further than any of the surfers. He was way far out there, and he was just zooming along back and forth for like an hour. Hydrofoil? I'm going to look this up. If this isn't a hydrofoil, I'm banning all of you from the chat.
What?
I don't remember last time
wait,
I went to the beach.
A hydrofoil is this. This is a boat. Hydrofoil board? Surf. Yes, it was that. It was okay, you guys are not... what is this? Is this... It's $12,000? Wait, I don't understand this. What is the propulsion on this?
Wave Race 64.
You guys are unbanned. Damn.
Chris, will you show it?
Yeah, here, hold on. This looks so funny. It was that.
That's what it looked like?
That's what it looked like. Well, he was like much more chill about it because it's there's not really many waves there, and he was just like he wasn't like aggressively
stupid.
Oh yeah. Oh, that looks very dumb. Yes. But
it's $12,000. God, this fucking city.
Lift E-foil electric foil board, $12,000. If you get it in white, it costs $13,000. Oh, here it costs $2,000. There's no way this only costs $2,000. Yeah, it costs $12,000, baby.
He sounds like a real big jerk.
We should go on one for the pod.
I could have easily overpowered him.
You should have gone out there.
Well, I go I go with it on. I'm out there sunning. I got
make yourself scary.
You keep that thing on you? That needs a sound effect associated with it. Obviously, that's where my mind goes. But if I were the producer of the universe, that's what I would do.
Y'all like some blackheads?
Yeah, you should have gone out there in the middle and I'm out.
A lot of people think that because I don't know how to drive or ride a bike that I can't swim, but we've talked about it. I'm a very good swimmer. I could have easily.
I'd like to see it.
You're a very good swimmer.
Are you fucking kidding me, Liz? I will leave you in my dust of water.
Probably.
Oh.
In your wake?
But it would still be fun if we did a. Wouldn't that be fun if we had like real summer barbecue and we had a swim race?
Where? We'd have to go out of
I
town.
don't know, like in Fantasyland where we have a house with a pool.
Yeah.
Wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, we could have barbecue, and then everyone goes like, "Okay, they're having a race."
Some
And everyone
espadrille.
gathers around.
And I just get too aggressive and like end up elbowing you in the face and just ruining it for everybody. Because
No,
like,
you somehow like get caught up in like a bunch of streamers, and then I win, and everyone goes, "Yay!"
Like
2 hours later.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Like,
Yeah,
crowds?
absolutely. 2 hours later, everyone's like, "Where's Brace?" Like he disappeared after eating 15 shots.
It's just like glow, glow, glow.
And everyone's like, "Did he hang himself because he lost to Liz?" But people are like, "We really never know."
Yeah, no, I mean, because that's what happens when you lose the battle.
You have to.
The warrior was, you don't want to die of shame.
Is kombucha straight edge? Yes. All right. I'm sick of this conversation. Kombucha is straight edge. First of all, I bought this like a week ago and watched it. I was too paranoid to drink out of it until today. It has less than 0.5. It's like drinking a non-alcoholic. It's like less than drinking a non-alcoholic beer. There's less than 0.5% alcohol in here. Let me see. I don't even think there is any in this one. Yeah, there's no warning on this one. All good. Some people don't think that you can drink kombucha if you're sober, but those people are fools. You can drink anything. You can even drink beer.
Lindsay Lohan said that she broke, or she had her like whatever ankle bracelet on, ankle monitor on. She said that she drank too many kombuchas, and that's what like set the alarm off.
Yeah, she said she drank 12, but like she clearly just drank like 5.
That's also so much sugar. It's like, dude, you can't drink 12 kombuchas. I can barely have one. Like I can feel how like sweet it is.
Yeah. It's like 16 grams of sugar. That's a lot, right? How much is in a Coke?
Like 25, 30. But yeah, that's a lot.
I gotta get sugared up for the stream. You know, I spent so much time reading today, and then after reading, not doing anything, and so now I'm like,
Yeah, I wish I need like an espresso. I'm just vaping weed all day. It doesn't help. Liz, it seems like your Muni voice was a big hit. I mean, we knew it would be.
Are there that many people that are people from San Francisco and they know?
I don't know if they know, but I think they do.
I did it wrong. I listened and I was like, fuck, I did it wrong.
what do you mean?
Okay.
Because that's not what she says. That's not what the lady says. She says she's like, I don't want to do it. No, I feel like this monkey perform me.
Do it. Here.
But it's like 1 car, J in 10 minutes. 2 car, L in 8 minutes. 1 car, N in 12 minutes. Like, it's like that. I forgot the train number, the car number.
Oh, how many trains there are. Yeah.
That's what she always says.
I hate it when it's 1 car.
I know, that's the worst. And then you got to go all the way to the top or to the front. And everyone's like already crammed in, waiting to get in the thing. And now they redesigned the cars. Less places to sit. There's nowhere to sit.
Now you gotta hang on.
Same thing with Bart.
What is this, fucking New York City? I gotta hang on a strap? Excuse me?
Doing that?
Just put cushions on the floor. Let everyone sit around. Lounge out. Yeah, totally ridiculous. Absolutely. I would never, yeah, hostile architecture. It is hostile to me. I don't want to stand on the train. It's the train. It's meant for city. In England, I took the train to Cambridge from London. I'm telling you, that was like, I was walking through the fucking aisles like, there's got to be a seat. I mean, they wouldn't sell a ticket for a train where there's no standing room that didn't have a seat on it. And then
No, that's
after
the whole thing.
I got through
Remember
the
the thing with Corbin?
Yeah, Poor guy.
And then remember that fucking Branson was like, "This is fake."
No. Oh,
remember?
yeah. They were like, there aren't seats on this train. It was like a different car.
Or yeah, it was like literally like the first class car.
Yes. So.
And they're like, "Yeah, that's the fucking point, you jackass."
It sucked though. I just stood there for like 2.5 hours, and I can't remember how long it took to get there. It was awful. And then I got to Cambridge. I was like, "What is going on here? The city looks insane. It's like some storybook shit." Yeah.
Yeah, no, the new redesign on Muni and BART fucking sucks. The new BART is crazy too. Have you been on one of the new cars?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like the plastic, like green and gray. And it's like, who knew I was ever going to miss like fabric on public transportation?
You used to be able to hit the fabric on the BART seats, and
Yeah,
so
it
much
bounce
would come
up.
off. It was insane. It was like a gas attack in World War I or something. Like it's, it was yeah.
I miss riding BART in general. It's weird to think that, but I don't know. I guess I just like miss living in a city, or like the feeling of living in a city.
Yeah.
But like I rode BART every day on my commute, and like it was, it's like always 10 degrees hotter on BART because you go down and it's all crowded. And so especially like when it would be cold out, I would dress for the temperature, and then I'd be all fucking sweaty. And because I go up the steps, and I like to run up the steps because I just like to. And I'm like, oh, disgusting. And everybody's, I don't know, it's just always a hassle. But I miss it. I don't know. That was part of my day. And it was just like, I was talking to somebody about this recently. Like there are certain people that I never actually met, but I would see those people every day on my commute, or most days. And some days I wouldn't see the person, then I'd see them again later. And it's like, oh yeah, you live in my neighborhood. Like I know you exist and I exist, and like here we are, and we're going about our routine. And it's just like we're part of the flow of life, and it's like happening. And that's just not happening now, and it just makes me feel, I don't know, bad. I miss doing that. Yeah. And you're seeing everybody and everybody's seeing you, and that's why I want part of living in a city. And now I'm not doing that, and it's driving me crazy.
I'd never taken BART to work or anything, but when I worked at Anchor, I had to take the 22 at like 5:40 or 5:30. Yeah. I'll tell you, I think every single buddy just frowned on each other on that. 22, not the best bus to take in the first place, because everyone's always mad on it for some reason. Everyone's just like, it's either too hot out, or like everyone, no matter, it's the longest fucking bus route. No matter where you go down the city, everyone's always mad. And then I used to take the L for an hour to get to work, and that was just like, by the time I got there, there'd be literally no one else on the train.
Yeah.
But BART at least used to be more punctual. Now it fucking sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I know as I'm saying this that I'm like romanticizing it. Like as I would be doing it, I would always be annoyed on BART, like because people are obnoxious and they're like other fucking tech workers. People, would not take off their backpacks on a crowded train. One of the most annoying things. So easy to do. Take off your fucking backpack. I always just wanted to grab someone by their backpack and just pull them to the floor. It'd be so easy to do. Obviously, I would not do that, but it's just like, take it off. It's so crowded in this train.
I took out a knife on a guy in the 14 and told him I'd stab him once because he was getting crazy at me like 4 years ago. You can kind of just do whatever on these things. Unless you're black, in which case they'll immediately shoot you. But you can like, BART, there's so much crazy shit that happens there. I used to when I was a junkie, I used to do crazy shit on BART just because I was like, I would never pay because that's like $6 and I would only have like $40 total and I needed all of it. And so I do really weird shit to like get around, and I get caught and then hide on a train and then get off and get on another train. It was kind of exciting in a way, except it was awful.
There was a guy like a couple months ago remember the guy that was wielding the chainsaw?
I don't know.
No.
You know, I think it was at MacArthur, and I just got like a notification that was like, oh, there's a guy at MacArthur wielding a chainsaw. I was like, oh, great. Okay. Well, not taking part.
That seems like the right verb for it.
I saw a guy take out a gun once at West Oakland Station, but he didn't do anything with it. He was just like had it out. It was like he was showing off to some people that he knew or something, or maybe was trying to get to know, and he took out a gun and was just like had it and then put it back in his pants. I don't know. I wouldn't do that necessarily.
Why are we talking about public transportation? No one wants to hear about this.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk
What
about
do you guys
pubic
want to hear about?
transportation. Yeah, what do they want to hear about? Well, Jesus has returned. Tell us about your shirt. No, none of your business. China, I
Michael
will say,
Jordan. Oh yeah, I am. We're streaming during the screening of the new Michael Jordan doc, but I will be watching it maybe tonight if it
are you a
goes
Jordan
on.
man? Do you like Jordan?
I mean, I love basketball. Yeah.
But like, do you like him as is he a good player? He got his father killed via gambling debts, right?
That's the rumor. That's the theory.
Because the story is with his dad. His dad was like, he had money. He's Michael Jordan's dad, and he's like driving, I think in North Carolina, maybe South Carolina, and like didn't stop at a motel, but then stopped on the side of the street to like take a nap, and he was killed, but they didn't take anything. And that always seemed to me pretty clearly he got murdered. Well, he did get murdered, but like murdered for not like a robbery gone wrong.
I think that everyone assumes that this. I don't know anyone that doesn't. I don't know anyone in the like basketball adjacent world, and I know quite a few basketball adjacent people that does not believe that theory.
They do believe that theory, or doesn't believe the murder theory?
That do. I mean, like that everyone believes that that's what happened. Yeah.
Because he's like a gambling.
And also the reason why he had to leave the league. What? Because he left for a season,
to
right?
Play baseball.
Yeah, and people are saying that was kind of like a deal with the league that get him out of there.
You had to get it together.
Yeah, I mean that's the good, and the other there's good like sports conspiracy. I mean, especially with the NBA. I mean, I feel like everyone knows the famous ones. It's like frozen envelope, and you've got Lakers Kings, and
nope.
Do you guys know any of these? You guys don't know any of these, do you?
0 for 2, as they would say.
Someone already said Game 6 rigged. Yeah, that's the famous one.
What?
The first envelope was about the drafting of Patrick Ewing, and that basically when they were picking the envelope out, they froze the envelope of the Knicks, so that when they picked the envelope, they could feel where the Knicks would be.
Wait, are you saying is there some point in the process of like the draft where there's just a bunch of different basketball teams' names in like a bag?
No, they do it different now. The draft is like so different now.
But wait, why would they have to pull out the envelope of the Knicks?
No, okay, so the way the draft... Okay. The way the lottery works, okay, there's the lottery and the draft. There's two things. The way the lottery works is that I can't remember the amount of teams it is, but it's like the number of teams that have the worst record in the league. And there's a lottery to see who goes in the draft, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. But you really want to be top three, or like that's the, usually. Well, it depends on the draft.
I'm always going for top 3. Always going for top 3.
So it depends on the draft class, right? But so the lottery is where the frozen envelope theory comes in, because they think that there was that basically they froze the envelope so that you could feel that it was cold. But they don't do the lottery like that anymore. It's like totally automated, kind of like random balls, kind of like whoop. And it's like they televised it now, kind of, but it's like closed to, there's only a few press that can go.
It's probably still rigged, right?
That's what people think. I mean,
why would you not rig it? Everything's so go on. Continue.
I think all of it's rigged.
Oh yeah.
I have some theories about other games that were rigged.
Well,
But okay, so there's that thing, and then there's soccer is very much rigged.
oh yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
But no, but the game 6 is the one that everyone always points to, and also there's a famous ref that was disgraced, Donaghy.
we gotta get him on the pod. We gotta get Donaghy on.
I mean, he's been like totally disgraced and discredited. Who knows? But he wrote a book all about kind of like all the refs and different kind of league associates running games.
We gotta get him on the pod. Donaghy, if you're watching this,
It's kind of fun to think about and play around with.
I mean, here's the thing. I was raised in a household where my dad does not watch sports, but instead watched old movies. And that is why I run a vintage store now. If you catch my drift.
I was a big sports family.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like why I'm such a big sports person.
You're-
I mean, obviously, the NFL was the big one in my house growing up, because the 49ers, obviously.
The juice.
But yeah, and Steve Young was like my first crush, because I always thought it was so cute. He went to law school. You guys don't even know who these people are. These are like hometown heroes.
I know who O.J. Simpson is. There was a picture of him in CCSF.
But yeah, 49ers, Giants, Warriors. That's my shit. But
Yeah.
look, I've been a Warrior. Everyone's going to give me shit for being a Warriors fan, but I don't care because I grew up in San Francisco, so I get
I'll tell
that.
you what, I once saw, I believe the Warriors play the Harlem Globetrotters when I was very young. The Globetrotters, I believe, lost the game, as is their tradition, keeping it a long time. I like that there's a comedy basketball team. They should do the same for every single sport. There should be a Globetrotters of football, a Globetrotters of soccer, tennis, skeet shooting. There should be a Globetrotters of basically any swimming. A guy who does funny tricks. So that's why basketball is the only noble sport, because it allows a Globetrotters.
Everyone is like trying to be like, oh, Joe Montana over Steve Young. No shit, dumbass. Everyone knows that. You're not being a genius. Everyone knows Joe Montana, greatest quarterback of all time. Don't even say anything about Brady, because I'm not going to talk about Brady.
I know who Joe Montana is. Oh, Brady. He's the guy. He did a scandal too. He did they deflated the ball a little bit. That was, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, is because I was like, wow, this is such a big scandal. Everyone's so excited about it. And when I read the details, I was like, this is the most boring nerd shit in the fucking world. Like, people literally shed tears over it. And it's like, oh, what? There's like some air gone from it?
Yeah.
But it was such a huge deal over just a little bit of air.
Well, no, because the air, if just the tiniest bit, and then you can grip the ball better and you can catch it better. That's the whole point.
Yeah, why would he not want that?
Well, it's illegal. Well, not illegal, but it's against the rules. It's cheating. But it wasn't even just that. I mean, remember, there was also all the, everyone was like secretly videotaping each other's practices.
But, like, I don't get it. Like,
for that.
all of these things sound normal. Like, cheating is normal, right? In sports?
I mean, no, but yes. It's not cheating. You're supposed to game it, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when that one big motherfucker, Mark McGuire, got in trouble for roiding out. It's like, yeah, dude, everyone's on steroids.
Yeah, well, that's why my whole thing is that, they refused to let Barry Bonds into the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Because he did
Fucked up.
Exactly. Test them all. I'm telling you, go back into those guys who are dead. Test them. Test their dead bodies. They didn't let Barry Bonds in because he was the best.
We should
Even
all.
Kobe doing in Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should all get steroids. That's my point.
No, I mean, I don't want to get into like steroids with sports. I have like funny feelings about that stuff, but I do think there's just like so much more of that stuff that goes on. I mean, there was that whole scandal. I don't know if you know about this, but with what's his name? Manning.
Oh.
Peyton Manning, how he had like steroids alleged, or it's not even steroids. I think it was like, I guess HGH maybe.
I was going to say human growth hormone. I take that.
But it was like delivered, but his wife signed for it, and there was like a weird scandal there.
She was trying to get bigger titties.
HGH, yeah. See, I haven't been in this stuff for a minute, and
what
so I'm probably.
What is HGH exactly? Is that like literally the?
LeBron is HGH'd up. Someone said that. Ooh.
Who?
LeBron.
So what is HGH?
Human growth hormone.
But like, what does it do to you?
What it says on the tin. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's anabolic. I'm not like the fucking chemist exactly, but guys will take it in combination with other anabolics for, increased growth. Is basically. Make you a big boy? Yeah, makes you a big boy. It makes you bigger, stronger.
If I started taking it with my current lifestyle, would I show what would happen?
Yeah, I mean, so there's this study that people trot out a lot on the internet, and then I've seen some people try to like say, oh, there were problems with it, but I'm not really sure if that's true or not. But it is pretty wild where they took, so the control group was like people who didn't do anything. And then they had one group of guys that didn't train and took steroids. And then they had a group of guys that like trained and took no steroids. And the result was that the guys who didn't work out and took steroids got more growth than the guys who trained and didn't take steroids. So that's pretty mind-blowing, right? So just like sitting on your ass, and you can kind of pick apart like, did they train optimally? And these are probably, I think these are guys who are like they're kind of like beginners, right? So that doesn't last forever. But just basically you gain more muscle sitting on your ass and taking drugs than you do not taking drugs and working out was the conclusion of this.
I don't like it.
I know. Well, I'm saying I work out really hard and I've been doing it for a really long time. And it's like you fucking are trying to eke out this last, and I'm still fucking pretty skinny. And I just let me, I should just
Is
inject.
it legal to buy? Just like
I don't think so.
Is it?
I dated someone who was taking steroids.
What?
Yeah.
I dated someone who was taking steroids. He just bought it on the internet.
Yeah, you got to dark web that shit.
Oh, I can't do that.
I don't like any of it. I'm not a big like body mod person.
Yeah, but Liz, imagine how much more intimidating I would be if I was fucking huge. Like, would I just like be fat, or would I be like?
That can happen. I mean, if you could get just like mass.
I'm saying like, would I just grow? Like, I want like.
It'd be really funny if you started doing it, but just didn't tell anyone, and just like all the people listening and like watching the stream, just like over time notice like something's changing about brains.
Those are called gains, my brother.
Yeah, like you just start getting wider, and like you had to adjust the camera angle.
Your features stay the same. It's just like
well, the HGH, like your jaw would be growing, and like maybe your voice would change. Like,
would it get deeper?
I think that can happen. Also, like you might go bald.
Ooh, I would go bald?
Well, there's all kinds of side effects. I'm like testosterone. I forget the word, but like testosterone turns into another chemical that like causes baldness. It aromatizes. Is that the word? I don't know shit about chemistry.
So is me having a beautiful head of hair and a classically widow's peak hairline, is that a sign of too little testosterone?
I don't know. Let's leave this aside because I also have a good.
You should get your T levels checked.
I tried to. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor for a physical a few years back, and it was just like routine physical. And he was like, "Is there anything you want to order for this test. And I was like, yeah, let's get like my vitamin D level checked because, you know, I think I might be deficient. And he's like, okay, cool. Anything else? And I was like, yeah, let's check my testosterone levels. I'm just curious. I want to get a baseline. And he was like, oh, why do you want to know that? I was like, I don't know. I'm just interested. You know, I want to see, maybe I'll find out what they are now and then later check again and see if it's changed. And he wouldn't do it because I think he thought I was like drug seeking, like I wanted to get on TRT, which I don't know. Maybe if I need it, I should. But he would not do it. I was so annoyed.
This is the thing. So he just let out an important slip that all of you gym guys always do, which is like,
I got it.
You think you can slip that by me? I am a drug seeker, motherfucker. I know what you're doing. You want to have to take steroids because a doctor told you to.
Well, sure. Well, you know, if I found out, like, oh, well, my levels are low, damn, I guess you're gonna have to prescribe me. But that wasn't like, I just want to know. And then it would be like, oh, damn. Why do you just want to know?
Why do you just want to know? I've literally never thought about it in my life. Why do you want to know?
Well, first of all, he asked me. He was like, well, what do you want to test here? And because if he told me, it turns out you're on the low end, and it's like, well, damn, then it makes it even more impressive that I'm making this progress in the gym that I am. But, like, that makes a lot of sense why I can't make more progress, that I'm doing all this with low T levels. So maybe, maybe I need a supplement. I don't know. This was years ago, but I thought it was normal.
I could have literally taken every single word out except for the final sentence of maybe I need a supplement, and the point would remain the same.
I think it was totally normal.
Oh, it's normal. It's not abnormal. It's not abnormal. You remember, I worked in a gym for years. And I'll tell you, all sorts of guys, whenever they get to talking, they get to know you a little bit, they'd be like, yeah, but I've been considering like getting on this, like HGH or whatever. Every single guy, no matter, the boxers, it was a boxing gym, and so like not all the boxers did, but some of them did too. Which I was always like, at that point you're just like, I'm going to get as big as possible so I can fight heavyweight. But like, dude, heavyweight rocks. You can just be any weight above, I can't remember what it is exactly. But so, like, you'll see, like, big-ass fucking sumo-type guys fighting guys that are just, like, mad fucking tall. It's sick. Boxing rocks.
It kind of scares me.
I can't get hit in the face, so.
Oh, so many people have hit me in the face.
Yeah.
Not in boxing, but just in regular life. It's cool. It makes you feel good. Someone punches you, you're like, damn, I lived through that.
I can.
Watching boxing, it like upsets me.
Yeah.
I'm too belly.
I don't like that UFC stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big UFC. I mean, I just started working in the boxing gym because I needed a job, but I got sucked into the lifestyle. And let me tell you, it is the unhealthiest lifestyle of any in history.
Yeah.
It's literally just guys with the worst eating disorders because you got to make weight, and so it'll be like 3 days before the fight. You just don't eat. And you go to the fucking sauna and you lose a pound every 30 minutes you're in the sauna. So you just sit in the sauna like, haven't eaten. You don't drink water. They weigh you in the day of the fight in the morning usually. Sometimes like just in the afternoon. And then you go and eat like 4 hamburgers. And then you have to fight someone.
Yeah. I relate to that part. I've done some pretty wacky diets. Pretty extreme diets in my day.
I've never done a diet. I've had girlfriends that are on diets, and you kind of gotta, but it sounds like a lot of work, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it's, sometimes it gives you a feeling. I mean, when you do it and you see results, it feels good. I mean, I posted some pictures on Twitter the other day of like me at different periods. Like I gained like 50 pounds over a few years, and then I cut a bunch of weight, and it's like, being able to, and some people I guess can't do that, and it's like they get to a really unhealthy place. But for me, it was I guess I don't know, it felt empowering. But it was a long journey.
Someone asked me if I've ever been in a fight. I've never been in a fight.
What is
Who's
that?
that?
That's me at the gym.
I was like, that's a
Who's the-
wacky picture of Dean Preston.
They kept doing this thing where they moved because I was the front desk person, but I was the only employee. So I just did it was annoying. It was not a well-run gym, but technically I was supposed to run it. And they just moved the desk to different parts because they thought that would make like people like it better. And so at one point I was just literally in the middle of the floor and having to work. It was awful. But that was me there. It was, I think, the owner's dog. Work rocks. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, all you need to do is just drink kombucha, blast Juul, and pray to God.
Yeah.
I will say kombucha is kind of like not good for you. But it's like a soda for adults.
Yeah, it is like soda, but you should think of it like soda, so you don't have it all the time.
I don't. I literally only drink it when we do the stream, so I have sugar to have some energy.
Yeah, you would drink it when we were recording too.
Yeah, or I would just snap into a straight up Coke. That's how you know it's going to be a good TrueAnon episode. That's people out there, amateur podcasters out there. Hold on, rockabilly style, amateur podcasters out there. What you guys need to know is that if you really want to get hyped up and have a very good episode of your podcast, you need to drink a Coca-Cola and get a little hyper, and that'll help you do it. Look at it; it's got the red thing on my mouth.
People always are like, "Oh, they're on Coke," and they're not wrong, but they are.
Dude, could you imagine doing an episode on cocaine?
If I were on Coke, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, you could do it.
I'd probably be cutting in a lot more with dumb shit.
Like, you just go on like a 30-minute story on how like your friend actually went to the Virgin Islands once.
Yeah, I just have to cut a lot more shit out that I say than I already
You just
do.
like listen back the next day. It's 4 hours of you telling us how like happy you are that we do a podcast together.
Yeah. Well, what would be different? You know?
I'm just giving up on getting in focus. Oh, there we are. Look at that.
That's what happens.
Chomsky need a drinky.
Back to you.
What are they saying out there in Radio Land? Should we read some comments?
I don't know. I was looking. I can't get my hair to do anything right.
Please invite Syrian Girl on one day. It's her first of all, her name is Partisan Girl. Her name isn't Syrian Girl. She just is a Syrian girl. And second of all, you know.
Wait, did Matt really want to come on? He should have just come on.
I don't know. Why were people saying that? Can you guys tell me why you're saying that?
I feel like it's gonna get crowded. We have 4 in here. I don't know how many pixels wide my face is gonna be at that point. So
I don't know.
What did he say on IG Live? People are saying he said he wanted to on IG Live.
Oh. Well, we can just have him on sometime.
Yeah, let's have him on like Wednesday or something. I'm gonna do a stream, I believe Tuesday night with some boys, with Big Dave actually. I'll tell you what, this is the golden age of streaming.
Well, there was no other age of streaming.
This is why it's the golden age.
I mean, I guess people watched us on their TV.
yeah,
I would never do that. I guess I could.
I had fun last night playing music, shooting the shit. If you didn't see it, I think we're gonna do another one. I'm gonna do another one this weekend, and I think I'm gonna have a guest. Kevin Chomsky solo synth stream. So you can also watch it on demand on Twitch. And I did a little clip, a little highlight of a new track. I'm real happy with how it sounded. So check it out.
You know, I watched Michael Brooks just did an interview with Zizek that I thought was really good. Because I just started his new book on pandemic. You know,
You bought
Zizek
the
has
Zizek book on COVID-19?
No, you can download the ebook for free.
Okay. How
So I got it for free. I didn't buy it, but you could buy it, I guess.
is it good?
I don't know. I just started it. But his interview with Michael Brooks was good. I actually liked it. I mean, I like Zizek.
Do you think he'd
I
come
think.
on? Do you think Zizek would come on our live stream?
I mean, I don't know about live stream. I feel like we could maybe. I mean, we have ways of getting in contact with him if we wanted to.
Damn. Let's do it.
But I don't know. Yeah, I have to think about what we would talk about.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just, he doesn't respond to interview questions.
Well, yeah, but you still want to have that kind of topic, even if it's a jumping off point.
Yeah, I just remember the Zizek Chapo interview. I think he spoke the entire. It was one of the most cascading interviews I've ever heard in my life.
I know. I loved hearing him talk, and I even the same bits he says over and over again. I find them all charming. So I don't mind it, but I thought it was always cute how Will kept trying to like bring it back.
Yeah.
And it's like, buddy, you gotta just let him go.
I know what that's like though, because sometimes like this hasn't happened too much to us really, but it's happened a couple times when you like want to be like, okay, you've been talking for 5 minutes, like it's time for somebody else to talk, and you try to do like a but, and then they just go. It is it's thrilling. It's like when a deer runs past you on a path. You're just like, wow. But you can't be rude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'd be. I met him before, so he probably remembers me.
No, but I just want to say I recommend that interview. I thought it was really good, and I think he brings up a lot of really good points.
What's he talking about?
The Zizek Chapo one?
No, Zizek, Michael Brooks. It was just a couple of days ago. It's like on YouTube, a YouTube video. He talks a lot about, he basically starts saying it's the time for war communism, and he's trying to like frame it that way, or that's like his like kind of how he's like starting to talk about it. But he talks about some good stuff about like resisting or like rejecting a kind of like new spiritualism, which I thought was really good.
What's the new spiritualism?
Just this whole like we're rediscovering our humanity and this will bring us to realize, etc., X, Y, and Z, and him kind of rejecting that. And I'm trying to think what else he talked about. I don't know. It's like a long interview. I feel like it was like 40 minutes or an hour or something. So it's good.
I will say it's like you kind of got to. It's a weird balancing act that we're doing right now, because at a certain point, like. Yes, like we shouldn't be we should be quarantined, right? Like people shouldn't be going out, people shouldn't be getting other people sick. But it's also like the people that are enforcing the quarantine and people are ordering the quarantine, it makes me not want to do it. Like I know those protests were AstroTurf, but like part of me thinks that like fuck, like I wish I just like had the balls to do that basically. Because there is something like spiritually sick about this quarantine. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, there's this way in which like this whole like forcing social distancing, even the phrase social distancing is like really repulsive, right? And it connotes this or like, it's this idea of society being reduced rather than physicality being reduced, and those being two different things, right? We don't say physical distance, we say social distance, which is like speaking to two different kind of, I don't know, or I think it does at least.
I just like, I saw that.
It does feel very like, it is a little scary, not in a like my freedoms kind of way, but in a like, what are we actually doing? I don't know. I was just talking to my neighbor about this. It's like everyone's starting to feel really restless, I think.
Yeah, like I think people are like going out now. Like not full on like going to like, whatever speakeasy, but like I think like people have started like going over to their friends' houses and stuff like that. And like part of me is like I can't really blame them.
Yeah.
Like it's a human impulse and they're acting on it. And like,
I think it also just depends on where you are.
oh, that's true as well. Yeah.
Nobody's coming to this house.
I mean, I've had a bunch of people over, but that's just because I sell ketamine. And so, 19 to 23-year-old girls are in and out of here all day. Stacking. But, yeah, like, people are... I work for 211. A man called me losing his mind because it was a house party across from him. That's fucking wild. I saw some people going to what I think was a house party the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so crazy to me.
That's fucking wild. And they were like nice. What, your neighbors?
They had a fucking. That's why I told you that in my area where I take my fit pics, the shit was all rearranged. It was like my fucking people who live upstairs had people over last weekend. Them? I did. I was like putting out the trash, and there was like a bunch of people.
Someone just asked me how I would know people are getting restless. You know this how? I'm saying no. I talked to my neighbor, and we were saying we were getting a sense that people are getting restless. What? Everyone chill out.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm getting restless. I know people I know are getting restless. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm getting restless too.
There's more people I've seen on the street today than like any day since quarantine started. Like, of course, people are getting restless. It's fucking. We've been quarantined for like over a month. Long fucking time. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm having a bad time.
Yeah, but like it's bad, but like also, I don't know. It's bad to have like a party. But I don't really know how you can prevent people from like going to hang out with like a friend or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like if I when people go on like walks like 6 feet apart or something, like it's like what there's like it speaks to such like a human like I mean this like insane desire, not insane, this like extremely normal desire that all of us have that like I can't really argue with it, you know?
Well, also hanging out with people is even more fun when it's illegal. And like seeing your friends, if the government is like you can't do it, that makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I just don't like also the direction this is probably heading, which is like this weird sort of society where like you go to a movie theater and like seats are sectioned off and stuff like that. It's very depressing to think about. It's like heartbreaking, you know?
Well, that was like we were looking at today, where it's like they're tracking whether or not you're social distancing through, CCTV. Yeah. And we are recording an episode about this on 5G, so everyone get ready. But it is a little freaky.
Yeah, I really dislike it. I mean, it's like I don't know, all this shit being rolled out at the same time too. Like, I am like against technology. Like, it's full on. Like, I don't see any, like, there's no utility for it. It serves no purpose except to make me miserable. Which is its purpose, I guess. But, like, yeah, I don't know. That camera thing really freaked me out earlier today. Obviously, there's cameras everywhere doing facial recognition, blah, blah, blah on you. But I just really didn't like that because it's like, these, like, whatever new laws, whatever new technologies they implement, they aren't going away after the outbreak is done.
Well, facial recognition is banned in San Francisco, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's what they say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a victory of, of some.
Yeah, but isn't it just like banned for the like police and for private or for the government?
I don't know exactly what the.
Because there's basically no way to regulate it if a private business is like cameras up that's doing facial recognition, and I would be so shocked if that was the case. I mean, it's coming. The thing is, people can delay it all they want, but it's coming. Like, it's gonna come, and so it's that like terrifies me absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. There was some good. It was a few issues back, but Logic magazine. Had some good pieces about this, whose founder, one of the founders was Ben Tarnoff, who we had on the pod a while back. I want to say it was episode 18 or so, talking about some interesting subjects. Maybe we could have Ben or somebody related on sometime in the future. That was a really fun interview.
Yeah, well, we got the 5G guy knows a lot about that facial recognition stuff, I guess. Love people are gonna get 5G is a lot of defenders out there. A lot of defenders of 5G. A lot of people misinterpreted me as actually saying that 5G gives you COVID-19. I'm saying many people are saying that. No, I'm against 5G.
No one likes sense of humor.
The weather satellite thing is real, as far as I know, like very much a fact. And you guys talked about that, and it's like I was talking about that a while ago. My understanding is it's like the frequency of that 5G operates on is the same frequency that water droplets in the atmosphere are like. It's the like resonant frequency that the satellites use to detect like atmospheric weather. And so it's just like a physical constant that now weather is not going to be accurately predictable where 5G is operating because there's interference.
My whole thing is, even if 5G is like totally benign, whatever, like in, and not like when he's, it doesn't match up to any of these conspiracies. Willing to believe that, absolutely. It's still bad. It's still the enemy because it represents like evil progress. Like progression, it represents progress, and you're not going to like what it's progressing towards. Like, if you do, I don't know. Maybe we don't got much in common. But no, I am not a fan of 5G. You want your fucking... Yeah, people just want their fucking robot girlfriends. But... No.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and we'll get into it in the episode. I want to save it because there's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah. Yeah. People should communicate via loud yelling.
Do people in your neighborhood do the banging on the pots and pans?
Absolutely.
There was.
We all
no one
cat call.
In my neighborhood too.
We cat call together.
I haven't heard the banging, but I saw on my walks that I'm taking every day, not too far from me, I saw it posted on a light pole, and it was like an exhortation to do it. It was like, let's all get together at 7 p.m. and let's all do this. What's that?
My neighbors and I all do go out and cat call together.
Yeah.
Basically, any nurses we see. But
same spirit.
Yeah, same spirit. It's like, you're doing a great job. You look amazing. Oh my God. Fantastic.
Well, I do feel that when they're doing the applause or whatever, it's for us as well. I mean, because it said the sign says, like, the one that I saw, it says at 7 p.m. let's clap for all the workers helping us get through this or whatever. So I take that to mean like healthcare workers, streamers, podcasters. And like my brother is an ER doctor, and like ER doctor, podcaster, like who's saving more lives?
Both have ER in them.
Exactly. And so I don't know. I can't really make the call. I think it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
But
they should make medals after this for everybody.
Yes.
Like there should.
I was actually thinking about that today. Like what would my acceptance speech be? And I was thinking about the guys I would be thanking who like came before me, and like I would be like, I would like to thank Jeff Goldblum, Adrian Brody, Joaquin Phoenix, and her for making this possible.
What?
You lost me on that one.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Yeah, no one's clapping here. No, dead silence. Sometimes I think my neighbor fucks. Respect for that. Don't know who he's fucking, but
you hear anything?
I guarantee this at this point I feel like people are sneaking out for COVID fuck.
What is that? Oh, breaking core for...
If you're going to break quarantine for something, it's probably going to be that. Right? Like, I would never break quarantine to hang out with any of my friends. No offense, guys. But it's like...
Yeah, you're very safety first.
Absolutely. Well, this doesn't have one. And I technically removed the safety from that one. That's the cool thing about revolvers, baby. No safety. Safety.
Yeah.
This is the safety. But have any of you guys quarantine fucked yet? No?
Asking us?
That's surprising. No, I'm asking the chat. I'm looking at my phone and asking that.
Not answering any of that.
This person says yes, 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 yes. Yes, of course. I fucked the girl I'm quarantined with. That doesn't fucking count. Close. My roommate did. Yes. See, I knew it. This is what's happening now.
How are they meeting people? On apps?
They probably know the people. Yeah, how are you guys doing this?
No, are you doing it with strangers, like new guys? No, girlfriend does not count. That's the whole point. We're saying
fucking count.
Brand new ones.
Grinder. Okay. Wow. Grinder. I have got no pussy. Who said that? Respect. Dank memes 420. Just going door to door. Already knew her, wasn't dating her, lives a block down. For some reason, the proximity does seem like it makes it safer. I don't know why. I'm like, that's more okay.
It's the same.
Absolutely no sense.
Liz?
It's the same biome.
Liz, same word that he said. Same biome.
You're in the same, it's the...
Microplasm.
Yeah, exactly.
Friend uses Tinder and meets up still. Damn, that's fucking wild.
Tinder?
I will say this. It does appear to be okay if you fuck in your biome.
Stop saying biome. You just want to say biome.
I do want to say biome. You grab a girl's biomes and you just
Oh my God.
with
a Pauly Shore.
I'm surprised. That's not cool.
Yeah, this is surprising. Respect. Did Bray start playing Minecraft? No, my friend. No.
What's Minecraft?
I don't know. My Spotsy, dude. I fucking caught my Spotsy in AA. We FaceTime. He lives in he lives at work. His boss is talking to him moving there. Okay, whatever. We deal with that. I call him the other day, and I'm like, the phone's positioned weird, and I'm like, my friend, show me what else you're doing. And he's like, and he's fucking playing Minecraft on his Switch.
What is it? It's a game?
It's like a Lego game, kind of, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I will tell you this. I don't know. I know what it is, but I don't know what you do. But it looks like...
trying to get me to play Animal Crossing now.
Why does everyone say boomer?
Who's a boomer?
Minecraft is for like little children. It's not even... That's like for pre-Zoomers, right? It's like for kids. I play adult games, like with the mind, where I tell someone one thing and then I do another thing. Like you tell somebody you're going to meet up and then...
I'm not good at mind games.
I'm not either. Well, I'm good.
Yes, you are.
I'm good at mind freaking. I have no need.
You're so not blurry. Oh, stop it.
Doing this again. It may be not blurry. Yeah, Brace can barely hear you. Can you guys not hear me? I am very far back from my computer.
Really? I can hear him very well.
I can hear him.
I've met a lot of people on TikTok that I've been hanging out with.
Just doing synchronized dances with?
TikTokers.
Yeah, well, I met some pretty big. I used to live in this place called. Actually, I can't even go on with the bit, but I was looking at TikTok not like on the app, but like Googling like what's up with it. And there's TikTokers that moved into a house together, like 16-year-olds that move into a house. And I watched a documentary on the house. It was like 10 minutes long, and they're like, we've probably done 1,000 TikToks in this house. And like, this is the bathroom that when we first started out, we all used to TikTok in here. Then it like played TikToks from the bathroom. Like it was.
Was it all those sign ones?
No, it wasn't. No, these were like literally like they were just like teenagers, but like all the guys have really complex hair, and they're like just dancing, but like laughing about it. Like it was confusing to me. It makes me sound very old when I talk about it, I realize. But yeah, that's
I know. I like
maturity.
it's funny.
Someone said, Hype House, shout out Cody Ko. Yeah, I'm not
I
shouting
hate
out Cody
that.
Ko.
I never ever want to hear that. It's not a good name.
Yeah. I don't get it. Here's the thing.
Child's name.
Cody? No, we can't talk about names we don't like. We always get in trouble when we do that. I will say, not a big fan of the name Cody. Although, if any of you guys are named Cody, you're one of the good ones. Not a big fan of that name. I will be honest with you there. Neither one I watch.
Right.
6 seniors arrested for public sex in Fairfield. Wait. In Fairfield. This was in August. Oh, Fairfield, Connecticut.
Like senior citizens or seniors in.
Oh, this was in August. I thought this. I was really excited at first. I thought this was Fairfield in the East Bay, but nay. Respect to all Codys. Oh, my watch is wound.
What?
My watch is wound. I like a good toady. When someone's a toady?
What's that?
Like a sycophant?
No one says that anymore.
But I like a toady. I'm not. Yeah, I like a good toady.
That's what we should call our biggest fans.
Someone asked about FaceApp.
What's FaceApp?
I'll do a little mind freak on you here.
Oh, your FaceApp with your
the race filter.
I can't find the original, but how you like that? He looks so good.
Yeah. Did you
boring
that they did this?
Well, they only did it for it was only for
because everyone lost their ship. It was only up for 10 hours.
It was up for about 24 hours. I was in Ukraine studying the caves there. And I had bad Wi-Fi, and I made this one. I made a bunch of them, and I made one of Adam Friedland that got passed around a lot. But mine, it sucks because my original selfie wasn't that good. Yeah, but come on, dude.
Yeah.
Imagine how good the technology would be now. It's amazing.
The Adam one is famous. Doesn't it get passed around a lot even still now?
It's my contribution to society.
Congratulations.
Yes, it is technically me in blackface, but I didn't do the blackface.
I'm just gonna leave this as. Oh, I'm sorry. There.
It's. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't invent that app. The inventors of the app are racist. I'm not racist for using their app. I don't want to go down this line of thinking.
What do you think they did with it?
I think they have it locked in a vault somewhere.
No, but what do you think they did with all the information they gathered from everyone's faces?
Cloning us.
Yeah, there's a hangar at Westworld where there's all kinds of robots that have our personalities using the data that they've acquired from tracking us online, and now they have our faces, and then they're gonna eventually come out, and it'll be us, Jordan Peele's Us, and Westworld, and they'll just fucking kill us and replace us with the robots.
Did you see that movie Us?
Yes.
Oh, we saw that, Brace, remember?
Did we see it together?
We did.
It was okay.
I was disappointed. Yeah, I thought Get Out was really, really good, and Us let me down.
It was all a little heavy-handed.
I was just what's the We Are the World shit going on here? It's I don't know. It's they started just setting everything in the 90s and 80s, and I have no interest in that time period. Show me a good 1400s, and we can talk. But
did you watch Game of Thrones?
Some of it, but I couldn't finish it by any means.
Are you a fantasy person?
Depends.
I like Star Wars.
I like of like fantasies of like sorcerers. No, I literally believe in
the
magic.
genre, fantasy genre.
No, I did when I was a kid. I played like Dungeons and Dragons, but then I was like, what use is an orc?
Here's my thing about it. This is why I never liked it, is because there's no rules. It's like you could just be like, chapter 10, now time has stopped and there's dragons. And it's like, hold on. This is not the world that I don't like it. You gotta have rules.
Well, good fantasy world can have internal logic. It can have rules.
They don't do that. But they don't do that.
They don't do that because they can change the rules at any time, and I don't
Whatever
have
they
trust.
want.
I'm with you on that. I don't like the fact that a dragon can come out of nowhere. That's why I'm only into science fiction that deals heavily in numbers.
Hard sci-fi.
Hard sci-fi.
But
no.
I like magical realism where it's like the real world, but then there's something, there's like an object that only has one dimension, or something fucked up in it, and I feel like that's how we really learn about the human spirit.
Dude, the thing is like the magic is real, whether you like it or not. Not like spells and shit, but like that's just like before there was psyops, for instance, are magic. Like it's casting a spell on all these people. You're like fooling people. There's illusions. It is magic.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes they do go to other dimensions. Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta leak the lizard.
Okay.
I don't like that at all.
I feel like the worst one is drain the main vein.
Yeah, that's the one I usually do. I gotta drain the main vein.
I hate it so much. Why do you do that? It's awful.
I watched Game of Thrones.
Did you?
Yes, all the way. I feel like I don't know when that question, what that brings to mind is seeing all of these like women on dating apps where for some reason this is a thing that people say where it's like never have I ever watched an episode of Game of Thrones, and I just feel like I've seen that so many times. It's like I don't care that you've never watched Game of Thrones.
Doesn't really seem like a personality trait.
No, I mean I hate that genre of tweets that's like this is not a personality trait, but never having watched Game of Thrones is not a personality trait. I mean, watching it is also not, but it's funny how many times I've seen never watched Game of Thrones. I guess it's just like don't, but like you're putting that on there, so it's like an invitation in some way to talk about it. So like, hey, how about that? Not watching Game of Thrones. I don't know. It's just I think it's really dumb.
Yeah.
But also Game of Thrones was dumb.
I tried. I don't know. Like I said, I can't really get into fantasy stuff.
Yeah, but it was like
don't buy in, and then I can't do it.
Yeah, but it was like real violent and sexy. That was kind of like the pull at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know about sexy, but
well, I guess there's no accounting for taste, but it was like graphic.
Right. Violent, yeah.
There was nudity in it.
Yeah. I don't know. Not really my thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch Westworld right now, and which is like...
Isn't it really stupid? No, I watched some of it. I don't know if I ever finished the first season.
Yeah.
But I basically figured out what's going on real quick.
It had its pretty stupid moments in the past. Well, the season that's currently running now, I think, is pretty different. Well, the setting is totally different. I find it somewhat compelling. I mean, it's got it's a pretty classic sci-fi premise about like robot uprising kind of thing, and like what does it mean to be human? It's not like super heady or anything, but I think visually and like it's got a pretty cool score, and the whole visual environment is totally different now. And so I'm not caught up. So if I look at the chat, don't fucking spoil it. But I don't know. I'm having a hard time keeping up with everybody's like watching all these movies and watching all these shows in their quarantine. I don't know. I guess it's because I'm always like fucking producing a podcast or doing a stream or lying on my couch for 3 hours posting. But I'm having a hard time keeping up with any TV show. But I think that it is kind of compelling.
I'll tell you what I've been keeping up on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, reading these in basically at the same time. And this.
Now I'll be right back.
There is a worldwide network, or was, and that's morphed into something else, of ex-Nazis that control much more. There should still be 2 Germanys. I'll get into a thing. I don't really like, I read this one book by this one lady from like South America that was like magical realism. They love that down there. They love magic down there. What was it called? It was like the something of Dr. something. Not Dr. Parnassus or whatever. But
Island of Dr. Moreau.
no, Dr. Magical Realism lady wrote it. The guy, Angela Carter is the name. Angela Carter book. I guess, was she South American? The Infernal Desire Machines of Dr. Hoffman from 1972. I thought it was a very good book. But I never read anything else by that. Is she British? Maybe she's British. I don't know. Well, whatever. I just assumed she was South American because she wrote a book on magical realism. Can you blame me? She is not South American. I get it. She's South African. Whatever. She's south of something. Yeah. Her name is Angela Carter. People can fucking be named all sorts of shit. The guy who started Chile was a fucking Irishman, I think. Get off my ass.
Watched. People are talking about. Somebody mentioned Dark on Netflix. I just want to say I watched the first season of that show when I had the flu, like 2 years ago, and that was the sickest I have ever been in my life. And I was so into the show, and I just binged it. And then it took a while, I feel like, for me to get. I waited for the second season to come out, and tried to watch it, and I just had no idea what was going on. I was completely lost. But it was cool. It was like time travel. It was like weird. Who is that?
Oh, so I was waiting for you to finish. It's Bernardo O'Higgins of Chile. So it's not weird for someone to be named Angela Carter and be from South America, for all you fucking nationalist Brits out there. Colonizer. Yes, he's a colonizer. Yeah, who do you fucking think lives in South America besides the natives? Half of those motherfuckers are colonizers. I'm not condoning it, but it is what happened. So I'm saying it's not impossible that someone named Angela Carter was from, for instance, Argentina. It's not impossible. It's entirely within the realm of reason. And you people are gaslighting me, saying someone, yes, she is technically like in real life from England, but she could be from anywhere south of the equator. Jesus. There's Chinese people named Jim. God, everyone gaslights me.
Yeah. Well, what's the past tense of gaslight for you? Gaslit. I feel like most people say gaslighted.
Gaslighted?
Yeah, I feel like that is actually the more common, like, oh, I was being gaslighted.
What?
How often do people say that to you?
All the time. When you're always like, I was being, I feel like if you look it up, you'll see.
I prefer to call it total mind assault.
TMA?
That's what you got to do to broads. You got to assault their mind. The stress I put on the word assault there's made it sound very bad. Not what I meant whatsoever. Retract that.
Past tense
I'll have to
gaslighted.
think about that one more.
I don't want to talk about gaslighting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to have a grammatical, pedantic conversation.
I don't know.
You got a little V-neck action going on.
Me?
Yeah, you.
It is kind of. Look at the weird button on the top. It's like, who would do this?
What do you mean? That's a normal camp collar.
It's a what?
It's a camp collar.
Oh, it's a little tight. Oh,
It's a loose.
I don't believe you're supposed to wear a tie with this.
No, it's got no collar stand. I'll send you a blog post on the history of that kind of collar.
I'm good. I do not care. No offense.
No.
This is
You
so
look
painful.
like a beeb.
Ew. This is fucked up looking. Now I can't get it off. Never do that again. That's the thing. That's why. Now you're trying to. What's going on here?
I thought you were buttoning up, so I was compensating
Oh
by
my God.
going one more.
I can go further up then if that's what you want to do.
I will not be partaking.
You can already see more of your fucking body than mine. I'm the most covered up person here.
Don't say.
Look at that. 2 inches, 3 inches.
Brace, do you have any scars?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I got a couple here, but I got that. I'm not taking my shirt off, but I got one. Oh, I got one like under my arm too. Fuck, where is it? Right there.
What's that?
It's my least impressive but most visible scar.
Is it a cigarette burn?
No. My friends and I did try to. My friend in high school, Trent, I believe, he and I tried to burn each other with cigarettes at one point.
What's
Like,
the name?
we heard about the germs doing that. We're like, we
Two-step
love the
Trent?
germs. I just like fucked up my finger or my wrist for a little bit, but right here I fell on a pencil in 5th grade.
I have a pencil on my hand. I was like pretending it was a knife and I was going to stab somebody in Hebrew school. And then I just jammed it right into my hand really hard and have a scar.
No shit.
I mean, it's a small scar, but yeah, it was totally, I just did it to myself. I was just trying, I acted like a jackass in Hebrew school all the time. I was always sent to the principal's office because I hated it.
From when my friend and I tried to become blood brothers.
How'd you do? You gotta cut your hand to become a blood brother.
I know, we did it on our arm.
That's blood sisters.
I don't know. You know, I was a little wild back
Did
then.
you mix it together? What you gotta do is cut your hand and then mix it.
I don't know what we were doing. It was a long time ago.
My first band, we had an idea for a record cover where like someone, I think, carved punk into an arm, and I like drew the short star or something. I had to do it, and so it hurt really bad. I had to carve punk in my forearm with a razor blade, and it did not. We didn't end up using that, and then I got in trouble at school because they thought I was cutting myself, and I was like, no, I'm not a cutter. It was for a record cover. Not the only time I've gotten in trouble for a record cover either. So it seems to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the blog post. But I did cut myself, yes, technically, but I didn't take. It was not pleasurable or release any pain. I don't know. I did it due to peer pressure. Not any you don't gotta call the principal for peer pressure, do you?
I don't think so. I have a chickenpox scar somewhere.
I have those.
What are those?
And there's like another one lower down.
Yeah, I have it on my. I got shingles a couple years ago.
Oh my gosh, me too.
It was so bad, and I thought
It's the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
yeah, and it's like they say it mostly occurs in elderly people, but I guess I was really stressed at the time, and I guess that can cause it. I mean, I didn't know this. If you don't know, like shingles, it's the chickenpox virus, which like once you have it, it just stays in your body dormant, and it can just like reoccur, and that's what shingles is. And so it just like broke out, and I was like, fuck, I've got these really bad bug bites on like my ribs, which is like where I have these chickenpox scars, or like this one little, not like I have these really bad scars, but I remember chickenpox being there on my body. And I was like, oh fuck, these bug bites are getting worse. And now they're really bad. And then I was like, maybe this isn't bug bites at all. And now they're really painful. And I went to the clinic, like this walk-in clinic, and they're like, oh yeah, you have shingles. They don't do anything for it. I mean, they can, I don't know. But they were just like,
yeah, they have to catch it really early to do something. But yeah, it's like the most painful thing ever. When I got it, like the doctor was like, yeah, I've started seeing so many people, like young people starting to get it. And I was like, what the fuck? And I like figured out what it was too late. And then I just had to like be in pain for, it was like 2 weeks. It was really fucking bad.
Yeah. They were just like, cover that and try not to touch it. And I was just like,
yeah, it sucked. I had it like all here up and then down my arm.
Oh, mine was in a really small area. Bad. Yeah, but it was intense.
All over. And it was just like constant nerve pain. It was wild. This is like a conversation. I don't know why we're talking about this. I thought it'd be cool to talk about scars.
One time, of course. I guess you can't really see it. I got track marks.
No, I don't want to spray
those are scars. One time, I actually hit an artery and my arm blew up twice as big. And I went outside. I was delivering flowers. So, you know Carolyn, who opened the esthetician's place in the Mission? Mm-hmm. Oh, she was like around. She was like a rocker. And she somehow got some money and opened the esthetician store. And I delivered flowers. I was trying to start my own flower business. But I was on so many drugs that I was just trying to steal customers from my job at the time. And so I'd answer the phone and be like, oh, yeah, but I can get you cheaper. And my boss found out after I did it like 3 times. I got in a lot of trouble. And I delivered flowers to her, and I shot up in the bathroom, and I like fucked up, and my arm, like from here down, was twice as big, like HGH style, huge, hulking. And I was like, this is really bad. And I ran to General from like 19th and Mission. And I stood outside General for 2 hours for an hour, being like, I'll give it another 15 minutes. It has to go down. If it doesn't go down, I'll go in. If it doesn't go down, I'll go in. And eventually, I just prayed hard enough, and God smiled on me, and it went down. That's probably the worst I've ever been injured.
Scary.
Yeah.
I broke my collarbone when I was a kid.
What's that?
I broke my collarbone when I was a kid.
Doing what?
In a bike accident.
Typical monkeying around.
I know. Well, no, I was not. And my cousin hit me. And she was fine. I broke my collarbone and like my whole summer was ruined, obviously. And one time I broke my wrist falling upstairs, which is, I'm kind of clumsy.
I'll tell you what, my worst fear is falling in front of women.
That's your worst fear?
There's no more miserable experience than the first split second when you realize that you are no longer standing vertically, but you are becoming horizontal and not of your own volition in front of the female gaze, which is a term I invented for when women look at you judgingly.
Well, you always let them go first. Then you never.
If you fall, like you get too close, like it doesn't matter where you are. I know you're supposed to always walk on the outside of the sidewalk, let them go first. It does not. All that is out the window when you're falling. I've fallen in front of multiple women. I once slipped on I was meeting a girl at the Castro Theater. I was across the street. I fucking slipped on a banana peel. Full on slipped on a banana peel.
Weren't you clowns? I totally did that once.
I landed. I've stepped on a banana peel before and I didn't slip, and I slipped on. It must have been like an old banana because it was still a little in there and like gross, but slippery. And I stood on it I think either back of the heel, and I went full on like one leg up backwards, and I landed, and it was like right across from the theater. She's standing in front of the theater, and everyone around me like realized Because I'm like, I fell on my ass, and right in front of me is a fucking banana peel. And like all of these people around me realized what was happening. I swear to, I know this sounds like a fucking fake story. I know. I swear on everything that this actually happened. I fell on my ass because I slept in the banana peel. Everyone figured out what was happening and started laughing at me. And then I had to go over. The girl didn't see me. She saw me fall, but she didn't see what happened. And I had to go over and be like, yeah, I slipped on a fucking banana peel.
There was what? So I slipped on a banana peel when I was a kid with my dad, and I was like, "Dad, look, a banana peel!" Ha ha ha! And he's like, "Don't slip." And I was like, "I won't." And I stepped on it and fucking fell, slipped, just like you said. And my dad just laughed at me.
It's awful. There's no other reaction that a human being can be. I mean, here's the thing, though. It's like I could see. There's no other reaction that a human being can be expected to take or to make after seeing someone slip on a banana peel. The only human thing to do is laugh.
We just got to be like,
That's
Bowser was just here and he was trying to mug this little old lady, and I stopped him, but he tossed this banana peel out and then got away.
My brother, that will not endear you to women if you make a Mario reference.
No, women love Mario Kart.
This was
one time. Okay, so
by the way,
the funny story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's like very embarrassing. So if I say it, it's pretty embarrassing. But so you remember Colby, right?
Of course.
He used to live, so he used to live on like 6th and Natoma.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Jessica Pratt, and we were hanging out one day, walking around, and it started pouring rain. We're like on Market. So we're trying to like go back. And so we're walking down 6th Street and it's just like pouring. And we're walking under and we see like right in front of us, like one of the awnings is just like full of water, and it just goes like whoop up and like splash down. And we're like, good thing we didn't get it. And then walking past, does it again, but they're ahead of me, and it just like boom, right on fucking top of me. And I'm just like soaked. Like just like it's like a fucking cartoon. Just like
yeah. How'd you tell?
Right on 6th Street. All of 6th Street, which you know the population of 6th Street, turn around, fucking laughing the whole block down, and an old guy just points and goes, "That's full of bird whack." Everyone is just laughing at me. And I'm just like wet as a dog, like just like water of like, oh my God, it was so, like a cartoon. And we have to like run to the apartment on 6th and Natoma, take a shower, put everything in the washer and dryer, and I'm just like in a towel after all of 6th Street was just laughing at me.
I once, the most humiliating feeling in my life is similar to that, is where you know like when a guy's having a bad day in a movie and then a bus like goes through a puddle and it drenches him with water. I was having one of the all-time worst days of a life that has been very generous with its bad days. And I was after work, and I had worked like a shift and a half, and I was waiting for the bus on Market Street to go home. And it was raining, but I had an umbrella, so it was like whatever. And a bus went by, and there's deep puddles on Market. And I will say it was the wettest I think it's possible for a human being to be without being in a body of water. The humiliations that the working man has to go through in this country. They really ought to, these cartoon like disasters that befall us. Not great.
I do kind of feel like a cartoon character most of the time. Like that's like kind of my conceive of myself as like kind of a cartoon character.
Do you? I can see that.
Kind of like Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like part Muppet, I feel like, anyway.
Muppet is that's I will say that you are definitely more Muppet than cartoon to me.
Yeah.
Which they're related, or they orbit each other rather, but I think if we're going one or the other, you're more Muppet.
They're kind of floppy too.
Mm-hmm.
And I love good physical comedy.
Do you?
I love a. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but what would you do if a guy was like gonna meet you at Castro Theater and you see him slip on a banana peel across the street?
Wait, if I see it across the street, oh, and I'm about to meet him.
You're a woman who's about to meet a guy at Castro Theater to see a movie with him, and you see him across the street and you see him fall on his ass, and then he comes over and is like, "Yeah, I slipped on a banana peel."
Okay, wait, two things. One, do we have any prior relationship?
Not much. You know each other, but not like much of one.
Okay, depending on how well we knew each other, I would either run across the street to make sure it was okay,
You would do that, yeah.
or I would just pretend I had no idea it happened.
But what would you do after he told you? Like, he can't hide the fact. He, like, has this urge to tell... He needs to tell you that he slipped on the banana peel because it seems so unbelievable that if he doesn't...
And I would tell him the story of when I was a kid and it happened to me, and we would laugh about it.
That's good. That's good. Because when it happened to me, I felt like if I didn't tell this woman... I can't remember who she was, but I just remember it was, like, the situation. That I had to tell her that this happened, because if I didn't tell her that it happened, it would be like a dream or something. Like, it would slip away forever. You know, like you have to write a dream down after you wake up. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it kind of works for me. Women are like, expect me to fall on banana peels.
Slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, drumming.
I don't fall often, but I'm saying the problem is falling, because it can happen. It can happen to you, all you out there.
You fall or trip.
No, you haven't. I do. You know, I do the weird. I do walk funny.
You're just saying it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we talked about this somewhere before on.
Yeah, when you were walking.
But I feel like we might have talked about it on a podcast or I don't know. But what I do when I walk, and this is very interesting, especially if you're getting into the sort of science that I've been researching. I walk in a figure 8 pattern down the street. So, like, say there are, I'll do this with toothpicks. Say there are 3 trees. Actually, I'm using both hands, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oh, there goes a toothpick. Here we go. Say there are 3 trees. I walk. And I don't know why. Like, I'll go walk on the outside of the curb. And I used to walk fucked up when I was a kid. I walked, like, in a way that people made fun of me for. I literally don't know how to, like, recreate it now, because I, like, figured out how to walk normal. But I used to walk, like, kind of duck-footed, but, like, heavier steps. Like, I can't really do it without, like, I'll fuck up. I got too much shit plugged in to, like, fuck with it. But, like, yeah, like, no, the duck-footed means, like, it's, like, you walk like this.
Like this.
Yeah. I used to walk like that, but then I started walking normal. And now I don't walk normal, because I walk, physically it looks normal, but I walk in a figure 8 pattern down the street, and I can't help it. And it makes me think, because of some of the science I've been studying, I talked to my analyst about this at great length a few times during our tenure together. That symbol means something. It's the symbol of the figure 8. It's the infinity symbol. It means something. Or it's sort of the infinity symbol. I just haven't figured out what it is. It's like a clue, is how I think of it. Like, the way I walk is a clue. I just don't know what it's a clue. I don't know what it says, and I don't know what it's telling me to go.
To the Dagobah system.
Someone asked, did you have to march and drill in the YPG? I can show you the YPG drill. Let me get a fake gun, because I feel like I might get in trouble if it's a real one.
It's true, Brace really does walk like that. Have you noticed?
No. I don't usually walk with Brace. He usually comes to me, so.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of bop up and down. I like a very bop.
There's somebody underneath the platform controlling.
Bouncing.
It's like
Yeah.
Liz, it's like this. Here, it's you can't really see it, but like you move it out, and then you go
Yeah.
move forward. It fucking sucked. We only practiced it for one day because you only trained for like 25 days. And everyone was so fucking bad at it that they just never made us. You had to do it at, like, I only went to one official thing. And it was so awful, but everyone was bad at it. Like, every one of the YPG was awful at it. Can I still join the YPG? Don't. You're in quarantine. Don't worry about it. I never want to tell anyone to go because I don't want to get anyone killed. I would feel bad if, like, I'm not saying I don't want to get anyone killed, but, like, I would feel bad if I told someone how to go or to go and they went and died. I feel like that would be my fault in some weird cosmic way. There is corona there, though.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not that bad. My buddy is with this group called Tico. It's like a Turkish Maoist group. He sent me some pictures of guys in like full PPE at the border there, like Iraqi and Syrian guys. But the Syrian government's like, they're like in all the YPG areas now, so they have a better response than they would if they weren't there.
Now we're just looking at comments.
How tall is Braze? I'm 5'2". I'm sick of answering this. I'm 5'2".
Yeah, we've been through this.
Bagel Boss.
Everyone asks questions. Maybe they're new to the game.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've had to answer questions about my height every single time. It says I'm sure you can. It's 5'10". Never answering this again.
I get the same questions a lot. It's always like, oh, what kind of sense do you have? Oh, post hog. It's like, leave me alone.
What gun do I buy with my Trump bucks?
How?
Don't buy one. Buy some food for your family, my man. They're all sold out. Guns are sold out everywhere. I thought about buying another one, but I can't go to the store because it's closed. Like to pick it up. And so it's like, wait.
Why is everyone talking about my candle?
Why is someone mentioning Jessica Pratt?
Oh, because I mentioned I was with her in Colby. I forgot that Jessica's famous.
Is she famous?
Yeah, she's like big successful singer-songwriter now.
Respect.
But she's a friend of mine.
I love her. She's cool.
Yeah, she's a great girl.
Mm-hmm. A unique looking person. 100%. Yeah, she's it's great. I love her whole thing. This person asked, Liz, what scent is the Lalabo? What does that mean?
They're asking about this candle. This says
we got candle heads? Sorry,
what?
Go ahead. I was just confused. I was like, people recognize what candles are?
Yeah. This was a gift from my friend. After her wedding, she sent our group of girlfriends each matching candles. So that's Palo Santo. Smells like Palo Santo. It's nice.
I've never. Girls love Palos. Fellas, I'm telling you, get you some whatever Palo Santo is. Get it. Girls love Palo Santo.
It's okay. I don't actually love it, but
I know, but
I'm like very specific about scents.
You are.
Yeah, like just fragrance and room scents and all of that. I'm very specific. I'm very specific about everything with my house. As both of you have been to my place. I'm like very. I take everything. I don't buy anything unless I'm like 100% on it. And I never buy something just because I need something, which means I like go without having something forever until I find the thing that I need. It's really stupid, but
I use a diffuser.
I have one of those too.
I put shit in it to make my mind work better.
What do you put in?
Oh, there's all sorts of like different combinations. I have a lot of fucking shit to put in it. People always give it to me, but I keep it under the bed, so it's it's not out there. What's your essential oils of choice, Brace? I'm not telling you. It's a secret combination. Now's your chance. It's the last hour when we all get tired. Now's your chance to ask questions.
I love Twin Peaks, but haven't seen the reboot. It's not a reboot.
Yeah.
It's season 3, and I'm actually rewatching it right now. And I did. I think I'm on like I like paused it during the 5th episode, I think, or 8th. I can't remember.
Well, the 8th episode I remember was the like really.
That's the one I paused it on. Yeah.
Mind blowing.
With the atomic bomb.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I saw the 9 Inch Nails thing came on, and I was like, "Fuck! I forgot how good this was."
I would like to rewatch it. It's one of those things that I remember watching it, thinking I enjoyed this, but it was like, I don't know when I will need to watch this again. Now would be a time that would be like resonant, but it would. I mean, it's dark. It's really fucking dark.
What is? Sorry.
Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yeah.
Did you watch it, Brace?
Yeah, of course.
Did you finish it?
Of course.
Oh.
We talked about this last stream.
Well, oh.
It's like, it is not an easy watch. I mean, it's like notoriously. I remember that one scene where it's just the guy sweeping the floor in the bar for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And it's like the joke of it, right? That he is not giving the viewer kind of like what you want. He's like fucking with you. Like, and that's it stretched over hours and hours and hours. And that's kind of, I don't know, maybe that's like what we secretly want right now, is to watch the guy sweeping the floor. And like, you want to see Agent Cooper like jump into action, and then you don't get that for so many episodes. I don't know. There's like a pleasure and a pain to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was an experience, and I can't say I watched. I'm not, you guys. I'm not a big TV guy. I don't think I've ever watched another show where it's been like a thing like that for me ever.
I mean, I think it has more in common with like one of the like Fassbender series that he did for TV than like a TV show even. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it would just, in terms of like ambition and scope and achievement, it's like gets at something much larger than just like what we would call a season of television.
Yeah.
Maybe. But
I
I
do
will
love
say,
England.
someone mentioned some of the side plots. I will say I didn't like some of the side plots, but
I liked it. But yeah, I can understand why people wouldn't.
someone asked if the European Union was the Fourth Reich, and I will say, let me make this clear again. Literally, yes, it is. It is the Junkers' dream. And I'm sorry if you're cuckolded to the Junkers are cuckolded themselves now. But here's a trick when you're talking about European affairs. Whenever somebody, if you read an old book, whenever someone says something, the Jews were doing something, no, it was the Junkers. That's the J enemy in Europe. Kind of want to rewatch True Detective. I want to rewatch some of it. Season 2. Just kidding.
I didn't think season 2 was as bad as people say it was.
Here's my litmus test for anything I watch is, can I repeat what the plot was afterwards? Difficult to do with that season because it's like, it can't be this dumb. Like, also, like, you can, the part of the plot was like, there was some the high-speed rail thing, and then there was like a kid that got kidnapped. It was like, nah. I think
there was a scene where the factory blew up. Remember?
Yeah, some of the action scenes were cool.
Factory, and it was supposed to be like single cam.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
What's that actress's name that was in that?
I don't know. She's
Rachel
boring as shit.
I like her. She's what?
Yoga.
I think she's very boring, but you like her? This is a little bit of conflict here.
I'm a fan of her work.
I like one actress, and you guys can probably guess who that is. She's
Penelope Cruz.
There we go.
Is there? Oh yeah, you always mention her and you can never remember her
I
name.
love Penelope Cruz. I
mean,
love
she's
Penelope Cruz. Amazing. That accent? I want her to get mad at me. My whole life I've spent trying to make women not mad at me. And all I want is for Penelope Cruz to be cross with me and like we're on a boat or something in like Portugal. That would be fantastic. Julia Fox, of course, but Julia Fox isn't a celeb to me because I know her. Penelope is... She was in the Woody Allen movie. I remember Alejandra made me go see that Woody Allen movie, the Vicky Cristina Barcelona. I think I talked about this before. She told me it was a comedy, like a Woody Allen comedy. And I went and I was like, I literally spent the first hour being like, this is a build-up. And it was not. It was just the whole movie led up to like a three.
I didn't mind that movie. It was fine.
I didn't like it. That's like, I think, that's like Woody Allen literally just being like, I want to direct hot women.
I mean, isn't that his whole...
I know, but it was too obvious there. Wait, she's a Scientologist? Fuck no, dude. No.
Penelope Cruz? No, she isn't.
I'll become one. I don't give a fuck. I'll go down to the Celebrity Center once our podcast gets more listeners. At what point do you think I would like... How many listeners... Oh, no, dude. Is she? No. Wait. Penelope Cruz dated Tom Cruise?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Like when they did Vanilla Sky?
Yeah.
Fuck. He's short. I'm not short.
I like that that's the first thing your brain goes.
It's true.
Oh. Okay. Penelope Cruz, Tom Cruise split when she rejected Scientology. Report. Oh, he doesn't deserve her. Whoa, how short is she? Look.
Yeah, he always wears lifts too.
He looks like dog shit. Giant sleeves.
Yeah, he looks weird now.
The future Oscar winner reportedly began the process of taking courses and auditing sessions in Scientology. But church leader and close Cruise confidant, David Miscavige, branded her a dilettante. Miscavige? I watched that documentary, I don't remember the pronunciations.
Where's Shelley? Justice for Shelley.
This is bullshit. It's whatever. So I took a Scientology test once when I was younger at Powell Street. They used to do them on the street.
I remember.
And I took one, and I was like, it was a set of rods you grip, and it's hooked up to like the
e-meter.
An e-meter, yes. And they asked me a series of questions about my life, which I answered honestly. And sometimes the e-meter would the pin would go crazy. And I realized it was just if I changed my grip on the rods whatsoever, the e-meter would just move. So I'm like, oh, you're asking me about if my parents are dead. And then of course you're going to slightly tighten up and it's going to move the e-meter. And I was like, what is this proving?
It's proving you have thetans. I
don't have thetans. I famously don't have thetans.
That you say that, but that's the thetans talking.
That's true.
Funny how that works.
Yeah.
I bet I could do a Scientology type religion and get
It's a great way to make money.
10-15% of the people on Twitter, left-wing Twitter, I bet I can get them to do it.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah.
I think you should say that out loud.
I wonder if anybody started a Patreon for their religion. Is that against the rules of Patreon?
I would join. So yeah, Rattelkrieg, which I assume means rat war. Which it's a pretty good. Rat war is a pretty good. Damn, I'm gonna tuck in that one. Putting that one in the vault. Rat war. Here's the thing. I don't want to do a Heaven's Gate style thing. Oh, there's a Waco show out now.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a Netflix Waco, like dramedy, not dramedy. It's a dramedy about Waco. There's a drama about Waco. I would love to do The thing is about episodes, I say this a lot, is that like for episodes, like if we do an episode on Waco and stuff, that takes a lot of preparation. So like we do have things like this in the works, not on Waco, but like on other stuff. It just takes a while to get out there. So we are, you know, we do a lot of shows a week. But yeah, I want to watch the Waco show. The Waco show is really good, says Noah W. French. Yeah, I've been reading a lot about Vegas. Do you see that? Did you see that Dan Bilzerian Vegas video?
Yeah, where he asked the cop for the gun.
He literally does the reach for the service weapon trick.
But the way the guy responds, he's just kind of like admonishing. He's like, "You know better than that."
What you can't really hear what Bilzerian says, but he is technically a reserve police officer. It doesn't say where in the article I read. Which, by the way, what the fuck is a reserve police officer? It's clearly he just gave them a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You can do that, and there's a lot of police departments where you can literally pay to become a reserve police officer in America.
Isn't that like what Steven Seagal is?
It's like fake deputized.
Yeah, it's actually true. I think there was a shooting involving one like a few years ago where it was like a guy who just gave a bunch of money to like some small town police department, and then they would let him drive around in the car sometimes, and he shot somebody, and like I'm sure got away with it. I don't know. Like it's those guys. None of those people ever got actually convicted. But yeah, it's it's weird. Like, so Bilzerian's like, I'm a reserve police, because Bilzerian, I believe, tried to become a Navy SEAL and flunked out, and then paid something like $3 million to be in the movie Lone Survivor with actual Navy SEAls, which is the most. First of all, fuck Navy SEAls.
Yeah, dude, so lame.
Horrible. Like, oh, cool. You get like fancy equipment, and then you like slit a fucking 15-year-old kid's. Do you know how easy it is to not kill an ISIS prisoner? You just don't do it. I have also had this opportunity. You just are like, I give the guy a little bit of water, but like they're awful. Fuck yeah. But he like paid $3 million to be in the movie Lone Survivor, and then didn't get all his screen time that he was promised, and sued.
Oh, like it was cut?
Yeah, like they cut some of him out, and they sued. He sued the company that made it. Which is so funny.
He's so gross.
Yeah, he's a human trafficker.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
but yeah, he's totally he's a money launderer. Like that's how he gets like. Oh God.
It's really cold in my apartment.
It's getting a little chilly in here too.
Liz, you're always having temperature problems.
I know.
That's girls, though. That's why we like girls, because they're always cold.
That's true.
I gotta write this book, man. I'm telling you, my theory of women is growing. Observing them in their quarantine state on the internet has given me so many new data points that I would never be able to. What's up?
What are you learning?
Well, I feel uncomfortable saying it here, but women are exploding right now. They're big right now. Women are big. But I feel like they move in waves, right? So like 2019, great year for women. 2020, down, and I think they all know it. This is not your year, ladies. This is not your year. I love you.
What's 2019 our year?
Well, that's how waves work. So this one's not your year. I'm assuming last year was.
Wait, what?
If you didn't take advantage of it, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my gosh, you can't say that after the fact.
Last year there was a hot girl summer, and this year
I'm just saying, waves work like this. And so this year, I think everyone agrees this is not, 2020 is not the year for women. 2019 must have been. If it was not your year, you got to get on the group chat or something. No, I believe that moons literally affect women's brains. And not just the Earth's moon.
Periodic.
Every moon in the solar system. That's why they're so complicated.
What else have you been observing?
Well, women, when they're mad that other girls are posting selfies, what we're seeing there is a pure form of desire to post their own.
Sure.
But it's a struggle between the mind and the heart, because the heart is telling them to post a selfie. The mind is denying it. And that forms an orb-like shape, which creates a second or third organ, that's neither mind nor heart in women. It's located on the opposite side of the breast, forming a triangle. And in that triangle, there is a swirl, much like the pedophile symbol. They're not related. It's just it's a synchronicity. And in that swirl, women look and become hypnotized. Just like the swirling glasses that people put on sometimes to hypnotize people in cartoons. The triangle of desire and fear, and then the third mystery emotion, that triangle, that trifecta, and the swirl within it hypnotizes them, and they become woman 2.
What's woman 2?
Woman 2.0. Well, we don't fully know yet. It's still being birthed, right? So we're seeing women 2.0 right now all around us. Fellas, I tell you that. Right now, go through your phone book. Ladies, do the same thing, because you might be 1.0. Look through your phone book. Look through your Instagram. Look at these stories. I've been watching Instagram stories for the first time in my life this month. And I'll tell you, people, we're seeing a new kind of woman. You don't seem happy about this.
I just don't really understand what you're talking about.
Typical.
Well, the old world is dying.
You're woman 3.0. Don't even worry about this. You're 3.0. You're the newest edition. You're being worked on in the lab still. I'm not looking at the comments because I'm assuming a lot of people just got mad at me for saying all that. But
I mean, I think a lot of women are going crazy.
I think a lot of women are going crazy. I tell you what.
Crazy on the TL.
You like to see it. It's entertaining, if nothing else. Don't get me wrong, I love broads. Like, I think that they're not even in like I love broads. Like, they're fantastic. So don't take any of that as me saying anything negative right there. That triangle fascinates me. I'm also looking into the swirl, but I'm trying to understand it. I'm not subject to it.
Someone said I don't understand Dude's Rock. I absolutely understand Dude's Rock. I support Dude's Rock.
I know, but here's the thing. I feel like dudes are about to stop rocking.
Oh, you think now you think we're in the other wave?
I think, well, the fellas thing, it's more like a spike, which is why they call it Spike TV. Because it's a male, it's for the fellas. Fellas are in a spike, and our spike hit with Corona, it went up, but unfortunately the curve is flattening.
So you're coming back down.
Now, we're at least plateauing.
What does that mean for the rock movement?
Well, unfortunately, there's been a lot of dudes who don't rock raising the banner of Dudes Rock.
I do think there's been a lot of Dudes Rock stolen valor.
There's a lot of guys out there who are not rocking.
Not rocking, but claiming the rock.
They're claiming the rock. And they're rocking to your face. And
they're not rocking to your heart.
They're not rocking to your heart. They don't have... Dudes Rock is the male square, right? Yeah,
square and triangle.
The square, yeah, it's the square. And in that square, every dude was rocking within that perimeter. Unfortunately, that perimeter has been breached. Now, whether that'll allow a flood of non-rocking in, it's too early to say, but...
Do you think that it could it get reestablished?
The perimeter.
It's difficult. What would happen if my perimeter was breached in a tactile kinetic situation is we would have to shrink the perimeter. Unfortunately, that means less dudes are gonna rock. I mean,
this is a problem.
The problem is that any way you cut it, basically there will be less dudes rocking literally day by day.
It's probably good for the market.
You're flattening the curve of dudes rocking.
I know, but it's...
Unfortunately, it impedes on solidarity.
Well, fellas are thriving. Some fellas are thriving right now. Some guys out there... Some guys literally have grilled their way through quarantine.
Yeah, which is the good move.
Women are literally buying micro cameras to show close-ups of their buttholes, while some guys are just like, this is day 5 of ribs. It's you know, women are writing poetry. Guys, we're reading poetry. It's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Except it's not all, though. Remember, like you said, a lot of people claiming the mantle.
One
not
thing
rocket.
I've been doing is photoshopping abs on myself.
I've been doing that too.
And
so you can see what it looks like when you get the surgery.
No. That's purely for tricking. I've been sending it in to just like every day I DM 500 of our fans. Or just basically anyone who likes TrueAnon posts. And I send them that image, then immediately block them. That would be a great bit. If I was like 10% more mentally ill, this podcast would be so much fucking better.
No, I don't think that's true.
How many more percent?
10%. I'm 0% right now. If I was 10%, just like a little, I'm not wild card enough.
If I were 10% more, this podcast would not get made.
Yes, correct. Well, no, I would just have one of the 500 other producers I know do it. I'm just
okay.
I don't know anybody else who could. Nobody else could do it. Nobody else could do it.
Thank you.
That's true.
Except a woman. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm going to stop that sentence there because no matter what I say there, I would be saying something fucked up, so I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
The only winning move is not to play.
I guarantee there have been guys out there. I want to shout out right now. Shout out to any guy out there who has eaten more than 85 protein bars during this period.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there haven't been that many days.
There's been that many meals.
True.
Well, I hope people are eating good meals and not just protein bars.
I got my protein bars delivered yesterday, I think.
Delivered? What are you snacking on?
I go with Quest bars. I like the Quest bars. I get the variety pack because I need variety in my life.
I saw that they started making protein cookies.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of. I used to get the protein powder and do some like homemade. I used to make peanut butter cups out of them with like.
How is that good for you?
I mean, but I would use like you get the PB2, it's called, which is like peanut butter powder. And then you can get all kinds of different versions of shit. I mean, it's like got no sugar in it, and it's like with protein powder, and then you freeze it. These were actually, I mean, they taste like a little bit off, but they were like pretty fucking good and like high protein. There's a whole world of these like weird bodybuilder recipes of shit. If that's all you eat, it's not good. But it's like if you're looking for a little snack, it's there's like protein in it and like low fat and low sugar.
My friend, speaking of bodybuilders, my friend sent me a link, which I can't find right now. It's been driving me crazy for the past 2 days, from a bodybuilder forum, where it's all bodybuilders lying to each other about having had sex with MILF porn stars. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever read in my fucking life, and I can't find... I found another thread, while looking for it, another thread of bodybuilders talking about fucking lying, 99% lying, I'm sure.
Well, how do you know they were lying?
It's a forum.
What are they saying?
They're just like, I had sex with this, like, porn star. And then everyone asking all these questions about it. Like, it's just like, you can people just lie on like it's not that didn't happen. Like it's the internet. You always got to assume it's a lie. But the one like the original one I saw was so fucking funny. I gotta find it. I'm gonna go crazy trying to fucking find it.
I mean, there was so much good shit on bodybuilding.com. But I don't know if you've seen one of the most classic threads of all time, which is where these two guys on bodybuilding.com, they start arguing about how many days are in a week.
Yeah.
The guy's talking about working out every other day. And he's like, I forget exactly how it takes place, but it goes on, of course, for like 12 pages. And it's just one of those all-time classics.
That's why a certain segment of right-wingers were like so not good but adept at posting because they practice on bodybuilding forums.
Yeah, I mean, you either came from like Something Awful or bodybuilding forums or Weezer.com, like me.
I always get so mad when I see people are mad at our podcast and accuse us of being like Something Awful rejects or something like that. It's like, dog, I literally didn't know
what that was until like a year ago.
I still don't. I think you have to pay to look at it. I still don't know what it is.
I don't even really. I guess it was like a forum people were on or still on.
I take it they're not anymore. I used to use a forum when I was younger, which of course I won't say the name of, but you can't find it anyways. But like. And I posted a lot there, but like it wasn't like one of the places posters come from. But I just don't know what Something Awful is. Like I don't understand. Like was it attached to a website? I know there's a guy from there who like died fighting in Libya, which is very funny. Or no, he fought in Libya, then I think maybe died in Syria. No, he died in fucking Benghazi.
It was just. I feel like there used to be more places like it was just a forum, right? Like I think that used to be more of a thing back like 10 or so years ago, where it was like you would just go and post on a forum and be really active there, and it wasn't like associated with anything else, and there would be sub forums and such, but it wasn't like because it wasn't as much happening on Twitter or whatever. So people would be like big Something Awful posters.
I regret being I wish I had never posted.
Really?
Yeah, I hate it. Sometimes I do wish that like, I had never like posted from Syria. But like, it was so boring sometimes. Like you didn't get the internet you got it like once every 3 weeks. There was a truck that would come by with Wi-Fi. But it was like so boring. It was like a way to like, I don't know, it was fun. But now I'm just like, it was too, I don't know. It was weird. It wasn't weird for me to do. It was just like people's reaction to it. Like, I think I wasn't really mentally prepared for that.
What do you think things would be different for you now if you hadn't done that?
I probably wouldn't have like, I feel like our podcast would still do well, but obviously, but like, I wouldn't have that like weird cachet that I had. But like a lot of people don't even know that that's like the same person which is good. I will say the good thing about the podcast besides doing it is that people don't call me piss pig anymore. Although I did say when I was going on a walk the other day, immediately the first person I saw, which this guy DM'd me and was like, "Sorry, that was a very weird interaction." I'm like, it was also very weird it wasn't even weird on his end. It was just weird on my end. But a guy in a mask and like gloves and stuff was like, "Are you piss big granddad?" And it like, in my head, it was like the future cops going like, "Security police, where are your papers?" And I was just like so unprepared for it because also no one's called me that in so long. I was just like, "Yeah, how you doing?" Fuck it. And I just walked away. But he also walked away. Like it wasn't even like, it was like, sorry, there's something stuck in here. It wasn't even like, both of us just like gave up on the interaction. Yeah, someone said immediate disassociation. I literally just dissociated. I was just like, It's very strange. But I don't know. It made people like it. Like it's what? It's weird when people like dig into your life and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dealing with that right now.
Yeah. And it's like it's uncomfortable and like it that happened to me a lot back then. Almost everyone universally got the wrong information, which is great. But like, Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird relationship because like you want to do like podcast streams and stuff like that, but you also like don't want to be like, hey, this is my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, like it's no secret. Like there's not a lot of information about me on the internet because I don't want there to be. And so people have started going to weird lengths trying to find stuff and fill in weird
Well, I read something
narrative
was like,
based on things that I've said
but like people,
and already created stories about me that are just not true.
but like people, I saw people complain that you don't have a backstory, which like that to me belies a very unhealthy way to think of something. Literally nobody but like me has a backstory. Like,
I mean, no, everyone has a backstory. It's not a backstory. It's
that's
just
what I'm saying.
like
It's like not a backstory. It's just like people's like regular lives. Like, I think I don't know. I think people think like if you do a podcast, you're part of some weird cult or like some like network of rich people or something.
it's even this like weird, what like it kind of betrays this weird demand that people are owed, like access to things that I just like, it's like really weird. I'm just like also a private person in like personal interactions. Like I really don't talk a lot about a lot of stuff, which is a, kind of a problem actually of mine. But like, I don't know. It really like fucks with me that seeing shit that people write on the internet, just like coming up with stories or, I don't know. People, I don't even want to like address anything specific because I don't even want to like, whatever. People are going to think whatever they're going to think, but it sucks. It's like really fucking weird.
Well, it was like, yeah, it was. I mean, remember? I mean, there was that whole long, like, crazy article about Red Scare, and there was all these people commenting, like, oh, they all know each other because they're all rich people. And it's like, like, all this other shit, like, oh, like, all their families know each other. It's like, what are you talking about? It's, like, insane. It's insane. But, like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know where it comes from. I don't care. I do not care what, like, if you, like, I listen to Comtown, like, I don't care what fucking Stavros's parents do. Like, it's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't need to know that to, like, listen to a podcast. I mean, it's funny to hear people talk about stuff, but, like, I don't want to dig into anybody's life. I mean, actually, that's absolutely not true. I want to dig into many people's lives, but I have malicious intent. I wouldn't want to do it anyway I like.
Yeah.
Well, dig into people's lives who like have power over society, and who are like,
or Yashar Ali.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to. I mean, I guess we should talk about this probably another time. I do want to offer substantial rewards for information incriminating Yashar Ali in any sort of crime. If you have, I'll tell you this: if you have information, if you have any information that will lead to the arrest and conviction, or even just arrest of Yashar Ali, I will pay you. I will just give you all of my money, like that I make forever. Like I'll work for you. I'll come be your butler. If you can get Yashar Ali behind bars, I will pay with my life. My uncle sold Gavin Newsom drugs in the 90s. This is what I'm talking about. Was it cocaine? It was definitely cocaine. Why am I even asking that? Why hate Yashar? He worked for Gavin Newsom, and he's the worst poster in history. McElwee, there's no incriminating info on Sean McElwee. I mean, if there is, I'll also pay you for that. But McElwee this isn't like we have a podcast beef with him, but like this is a man-to-man beef I have with McElwee. You all right, baby?
Yeah, I just got kind of bummed out.
Don't worry about it. You always get bummed out like 10 minutes before we end.
No, this is true. I just like, I don't even want to like, I just wish I'd never even mentioned anything, even. It's like, even just talking about it bums me out. Stupid. So stupid.
I love you, Liz.
Aww.
I miss you.
I miss you. I miss you guys. I miss both my boys.
I
Yeah.
love you.
You're such a scoundrel.
I've done that to so many girls. It's like a joke, and it's so they love it. It's so charming. It's so charming.
So cute.
They love it. They love it. Fellas, tonight, tell your 75-year-old wife, because you're also 75. You're 73. You're a little younger. Tell her I love you. They love that. We should just like not pay attention to quarantine. We should just all start hanging out. If we all just hang out together, then how could we get COVID?
So.
Well, I live alone and I don't see anyone.
Well, I'm just saying, other podcasts have started recording in person.
Yeah, but I can't get to the city.
Yeah,
It would be easier for me if we did. So
well,
it was easier.
That's no offense. What do I care?
I'm just putting that in the pro.
Well, I've been doing my other podcast, and I've been doing that in studio.
What's that one?
I do a podcast called The Daily for the San Francisco Chronicle, where I go through the news of the day, and oftentimes longer form stories. You know, I'm a journalist.
Yeah, long form.
That's the one thing that really pisses me off is when people try to pretend we're journalists.
They try to pretend we're all sorts of things.
Mm.
There's a reason I'm wearing this to remind you that I'm an independent private investigator, unlicensed. Not a journalist. They don't get blue checks to gumshoes. I'm a man of the people.
What are you guys going to do tonight?
What are we doing? I already did my laundry. I already scrubbed my walls. I guess I have to edit a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So that I got to feed myself. I'm trying to do some new habits where I read at night. I said, I think on the last stream 2 weeks ago that I was going to start meditating. I haven't done that.
I did.
You what?
You broke our compact.
No, that's true. I'm saying it again. Also discussed this with my therapist. I have a hard time. I've made progress in other areas. Also, I'm going to do a quick little workout and maybe work on a little synth music that I'm going to play on next week's stream. I got a lot of fucking things, and I wanted to watch TV show that I'm probably not going to watch because I got to do all that other shit.
Put it on while you're doing the other shit.
But then I can't. I need to be like comfortable. I don't know. What about you?
I am going to research more for tomorrow's show, and then as a little treat to myself, I'm going to. So it's tough because I'm trying to basically triangulate information between all these books that I'm reading, but like it's in different. It's like hard to do, kind of. So I'm just gonna sit down with all. It's actually 4 books in front of me, literally all. I've done this before, all open, and just like take notes that way, and basically look people up in the index back and forth. Because if I start doing it's. I just want to like. I like my brain is telling me to go towards this like.
Post-its? Can you put some flag stuff?
I do have post-its somewhere. You know what I gotta do? I gotta clean up my fucking desk. There's so much bullshit in here. There's just a glasses case full of glasses cleaners. There's a holster, another holster. Yeah, I gotta clean out my desk is what I gotta do. You know what I found though? You know what I found is I found some. Oh no. I don't know. I guess I didn't find them.
found?
I found some old pictures, and I was gonna look through those. But I found my journal from when I was.
No.
I have all my journals in one place, but I found like it's the ugliest. Look how. Yeah, this is from 2008.
So you are a journalist.
Yeah. Hold on. Been a weird week. Did all the biggies. Coke, dope, ecstasy, and mushrooms. Now took acid about 45 minutes ago. Kind of don't want to be on it. A bit sick. And then there's like a drawings down here. That's a guy.
When is this from?
It's from 2008. December 15th, 2008.
Wow.
December 8th, show. I lost my bass. Kill me. Yeah, this is not... I could be a Forsenic specialist. Bad day. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had sex with someone named Kirby. Very weird.
What?
Yes. Called Kirby. She'd successfully evaded me last night, but she didn't answer. Left a message. What a dope. I'm talking about me saying what a dope. Jesus Christ. Huge. This one just says huge pencil. Because I was writing with, I guess, a really big pencil. I love the Stooges. God, I am a fucking moron. This is when I saw Patti Smith. This one just says, went to the bar. Ha, ha, ha. God damn. Dude, I rocked. I am so poor. Oh, this is when I started dating Alejandra. This is when I was saying... Oh, this one's great. A friend's name died. Heroin. Well, this one just says... This is the 23rd, I think, of 2011? I don't know what month. Oh, this one just says, oh, well, now I'm on heroin. Next day, on heroin again. I can't believe I didn't remember that I took a journal during that time. This is... Oh, I guess I didn't do it for very long. That's it. Nothing. And I mean nothing. Oh, this is when I got beat up. Back from my trip. Justin, Tessa's boyfriend, beat me up and ripped my favorite shirt at the Ha-Ra tonight. Christ. I gotta read this fucking thing. This is amazing. You
gotta read that.
I got Assange freed from prison in here. This is from when I got arrested. Amazing. Wow. It's totally fantastic. I don't really get what was going on here. Oh, that's when I saw Wanda Jackson. Anyways. Sorry, I was rambling. That was my journal. You guys want to call it? You guys want to call it?
Yeah, sure.
I'm hungry.
All right. Well, it's 7:58. Let's give him 2 more minutes. Liz?
Yes. Ask me a question.
Fuck, marry, kill. I can't think of anybody. Let's take some suggestions for this. Wanda Jackson. No, we're not doing anybody now. Let's say Franco, Mussolini, and Perón. I can give you mine after you.
I'd kill Franco.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, I don't know.
For me, I would kill Franco. I would fuck Mussolini, and I would marry Perón.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, marrying Perón. To be honest, great job for a lady.
Yeah, not so bad.
Yeah, classic. I mean, famously, great guy to marry. As Eva will tell you.
Maybe then I'd be the one singing.
I've never seen. It's a movie, right?
There's a show first, right?
Yeah, like a
Stage.
Broadway show. Peronism is really weird because they were like left-wing Peronists and right-wing Peronists. It was very. It's like very strange shit. He was like hanging out with like both communists and Nazis. He was Nazbol. Perón was Nazbol.
Let's start that rumor.
He had like left-wing insurgents working for him in Argentina, and then right-wing, like he was hanging out with like insane right-wing guys in Spain. Very strange guy.
Somebody asked what games we would stream on Twitch if we were streaming games. And I just want to say I was talking earlier and nobody replied in the group chat to my suggestion. But my answer is I was talking about how living in my apartment is like being in a point-and-click adventure, and it just got my nostalgia flowing. And I would love to stream Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis and like all those old LucasArts point-and-clicks.
I suck
I don't know.
at those, but you should do it.
Yeah, maybe I will. But I don't know if you guys have any.
Play video games. So.
You don't. You're not into like The Sims or any of those. Like
Liz,
women are so
Liz.
right now.
I'm not a video gamer.
It's Liz. She would
I know,
never.
but like girls love Animal Crossing and The Sims and like Pokemon and
But
stuff.
not
I don't even know
Liz.
what Animal Crossing is, except for like in tweet form. People always talk about it.
That's Liz's different territory. I'd help you do that, but I could not take the lead. That's all you. You can't be afraid. You gotta. The butterfly's gotta leave the cocoon, baby. You got it. You are a streamer now. You can do it.
I don't know. I don't play video games. Should I be playing video games?
You might like it.
No. I'm gonna say no. Because what if she gets
I don't
good at
wanna
it?
be a
I
gamer
could
girl.
not stand a Liz that was good at video games.
Well, there's a different type of being good when you're playing like The Sims. It's not like you got your headset on and you're like.
But like, that's just like you just like have a person and it's your life. That's boring. And
Well, it doesn't have to be your life, right? It can be any
I play
life.
The Sims. Liz is really good at this little game I like to call Minecraft. Mindcraft.
Yeah.
I'm probably
get
the
it.
billionth person to say that. All right. I think I'm coming back on Tuesday night with Big Dave and I believe Felix. But other than that, we will see you on Wednesday. Did you guys freeze or are you just both looking at your phones?
I'm just looking at my phone.
I'm here.
Just died.
We should coordinate doing that as a prank though. Sometimes just
Cute. It's like stupid. It's stupid. That was lame.
All right, streamers, streamettes, and streamexes. That was a dumb joke, but it's I'll love, baby. I bid you adieu, Liz. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.